You know, since Valentine's Day is coming up, we getting a lot of questions about how to get your favorite hoe to get you to go out with you. So this is going right here going to make your bitch's pussy tender-light. It's going to make it fucking tingle, and it's going to be like it fucking got off a log flume. Alright, we got George sending me a message with, I wanted to know what's the most romantic way to ask my girlfriend to be my Valentine. The most romantic way to ask your girlfriend to be your Valentine is to get your dog. Train him to, like, carry string, and then, like, cook her a romantic dinner. And you put the string in the dog's collar and have him unravel it all the way to the door. So when she comes home, have the dog sitting there with string and a note tied to his collar, and says "Follow me." Have her follow the string back to the romantic dinner, and then you realize you're not fucking Superman. The most romantic way to have your girlfriend to do anything is to pay fucking money. What do you think, Shalene?
Okay, that is not the right answer. Do not pay money. What you do is you can, if you live on your own and stuff like that, yes, you can do this. You can make a nice dinner, candlelight, whatever, and you can get rose petals, like, I don't know, from Walmart, those fake things, and have them, going all the way back to where you want her to go. And at the front door, you can put a little note on there that says "Follow me," and you can have more petals going all the way back there to where you want her to go. And you can sit down, have a nice romantic dinner, and get her a tiny little gift, something cute, something playful, that'd be sweet and romantic, and a little card, and, that's inexpensive relatively, and, very cute. Even if you're living with your parents, you can do this. You can, hopefully ask mom and dad if they can scoot out the house for a little bit, and, there you go.
Scoot out the house. What the hell? We talking about scoot out the house. Hey, mom and dad, I want to get my fucking Mac on. Can you please get your old tired ass out there and go to a movie or something? Alright, the next question is from Joe Wittenberg. My girlfriend and I have only had sex 10 times. I've only came one of those 10 times. After she goes, her vagina starts to hurt. What should I do? Joe, this is fucking obvious. You have a disease that every man wants. It's called stamina. What you need to do is you need to quit jerking off throughout the day. That way when you actually get to the pussy, you actually can have it please you. Because generally on the second or third nut, you're going to be fucking, shooting water, and it's a hard time to get that water out. I'm not saying that you're doing this. If you're having a tough time getting off on the very first time, she might have some slack pussy. I mean, I'm getting hit over here, but the pussy might be slack. I mean, have you had any other pussy to kind of compare it to? My idea for you, Joe, especially since it's Valentine's Day, go get you a Valentine's Day hooker and have some pussy to compare it to. Shalene's gonna go ahead.
What you need to do, don't listen to Jordy. That's one. 2 is go to the sex shop. They have tons of lubes, more than KY, and they have tons of lubes that can keep her really, really wet throughout the whole duration of however long your sex is, whether it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. They have a wide variety of, lubricants that can keep her wet so it doesn't hurt her, so you feel good, she feels good, Just go to the sex shop, get it together. Take your girl with you and decide what to do, because I'm telling you, that'll help.
Next one comes from Andrew. Hello, I'm a 13-year-old boy. There is a girl that really likes me and she is 14. She is not a virgin. I like her too, but I don't want to have sex. What do I do? Well, Andrew, I don't know how big the girls are around your school, but when I went to school when I was 13, the girls were usually smaller than me. So if I didn't want to have sex, they couldn't overpower me and force me to have sex. So unless you got like some Amazonian like tribes out there, wherever, like, Wilkie T. Bradford High School or whatever, you probably don't have to have sex unless you want to have sex, especially if you're a guy.
What you need to do is just tell her the truth. Tell her how you feel. And if she respects you, then she'll respect what you have to say about it and how you feel about it. And if she doesn't respect you, then she isn't any good, and just leave her and find someone who does respect you. Because at age 13 and 14, you should not be having sex. You just shouldn't be. I mean, I know plenty of people that had sex in high school at that age, you know, and stuff like that, and they got pregnant on the first try. So I wouldn't even mess with it. I just wouldn't.
And since we have Princess Chastity giving the commentary on the mic, that's going to be the last question we can do for today. This has been Fail Friday. Hopefully you guys find it. If you want to submit questions to Fail Friday, it's sapphirewings30@hotmail.com. It's in the description of this video. And as always, if you could please leave a rating, 4,000 ratings would be ample, and it would be very much help the channel grow. Thank you guys. I hope you guys continue to watch. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption and his homegirl Shalene, and we're out.
Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer with the feisty and freaky Jackie.
Hi everybody.
You know, the pressure for the intro gets harder every time.
You don't have to come up with like new crazy stuff. You can just go with like a good one.
Oh. By the way, this is Wife Wednesday, a weekly series that's not so much about the gameplay, but instead my wife and I just talk over a video. We commentate.
Yes, we do.
So what are we going to talk about? Finances.
No, I thought we were talking about Valentine's Day. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Oh, is that tomorrow?
Yes,
no, I'm just kidding.
Is.
I know it's tomorrow. You're getting bupkis, though.
I know I'm getting bupkis. Now, let me just play this out for you. The entire house windows are covered in hearts. If this guy does not know it's Valentine's Day coming up, he's crazy. But he leaves for a trip tomorrow. So I'm getting bupkis.
Yeah, this is the first time ever, though. Don't make me out to be some sort of heel.
No, normally you get me a little box of chocolates, and you get the kids a little something. And,
like balloons.
And we talked about this before, but usually I like one because I like truffles.
And I eat them.
And you eat the rest of them.
Yeah, that's
so
how we
he
roll.
helps me out there.
It's a good system.
It is. I think that's what my dad used to do. He would buy this little box of chocolates, and that's how you kind of got the idea, and he would get the rest of the box.
No, my mom did that.
She would also buy you a box of chocolates?
As a kid, yeah.
And you would have one and she'd have the rest of the box?
No, no. We got the box. Why? You know, growing up, it was my mom's responsibility to handle Valentine's Day, right? She just made sure that everybody had their gifts or whatever. But in our house, it's my responsibility to handle Valentine's Day. Why is that?
You're the guy. My dad
You're the
would
girl.
go get my dad would go and get the Valentine's Day gift. Why would your mother get her own Valentine's Day present?
They had this great system. There was, you know it too.
I'm just waiting to hear what this great system is. And I know your mother's listening, so I really want to hear the system.
My father acknowledged one holiday a year, Christmas.
Okay.
And every Christmas, he would make sure that she had presents and stuff like that. And then all the other holidays were just something she took care of.
Okay.
Great system.
Not even her birthday?
You know, I want to say not every birthday was like, you know, a big present occasion, or maybe she'd get her own present for her birthdays. But as far as, you know, like dad making sure people had what they needed, or, you know, like buying presents, that was Christmas.
But you don't do any of the other holidays. You just do Valentine's Day, and you do Christmas for me.
Uh-huh.
And
my birthday. That's already double what he had to put up with.
No, he had just your mom for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have you for
it.
Christmas and Valentine's Day, and I have the kids for Valentine's Day. This is really a heavy workload.
You're crazy.
And your birthday?
You go to the store and buy chocolate and a balloon or something like that, and maybe a Slinky. You know, just something the boy might like.
How's it going, guys? My name is Jericho, and this is one of those games where you hop on and you're just feeling it, like deep down inside. You're like, oh my god, this is gonna be an awesome game. And it was an awesome game. It was really early in the morning. I don't know why I was so up so early. I think it was maybe because I had work. But so I felt it, and I do really well, and I'm using the MP5. I'm not sure why. I don't normally use this gun, but that's okay. I was trying something new, hop off my dick. But so what's going on? Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I kind of just realized that when I was sitting here getting ready to do this, and then I also realized that awkward, I have not gotten anyone anything for Valentine's Day. Now, I don't like those people who sit around going like, oh my god, I got my boo a box of chocolates and some roses, and then I got him some sweet little teeny-weeny bears, and I got him some KY lubricant for when we want to have the smush-mush time, and I got him a DVD of our prom date. I don't like those people. I like practical things. I like clothes. I like CDs. I like things that I can use. I don't like mementos. I can't use a picture frame unless someone, like, crawls in through my window and, you know, snatching my people up and trying to rape them, so I've got to hide my kids and hide my picture frames, and then I'll just beat them over the head with the corner. I don't know. How am I supposed to use a picture frame? That's retarded. I'm going to have no pictures in my house. Only practical things, like plasma TV screens in the toilet seat, so when you have to go pee, you can still watch the game. That would be practical. Hop on my level, every person in the world who does not have a plasma TV screen in their toilet seat. Going on, though, I need to figure out what to get Jackie. I have tickets to a concert that I haven't, like, explicitly told her about yet, so I think I might use that because she wants to go and I want to go, and we're going to have a lot of fun in this next weekend. Not this weekend, it's the next one, like the 26th. Speaking of this weekend, though, 4-day week, 4-day weekend, 4-day week. I'm having fun. Oh my god. Second semester senior, you have no work to do. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm definitely senior year of high school, definitely some good times. I'm getting off track. I want to know how many of you people who are single actually hate Valentine's Day. Because, like, I only know a couple people who are like, you know, it's Valentine's Day, took my boo out to dinner, and then me and him, we got so, like, infatuated with each other's love, and we just, like, we kissed and held hands. Like, I don't know very many people who do that, and that would make me feel kind of like a piece of shit. So, how many of you guys who are actually single, give a fuck about Valentine's Day? And actually, how many of you people who aren't single give a fuck about Valentine's Day? Because a lot of people I know are just kind of like, it's whatever, you know? It's just, I mean, I'll get her, like, some chocolate. Like, I'll get her a Hershey's bar at the vending machine, like, whatever. So I want to know what that's all about. I also want to know what you guys want to see from me from Minecraft, which I just downloaded and I'm super psyched for. Because, yeah.
It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I'm kidding. Valentine's Day is silly. I don't understand. It's a really, really, really weird time, or a weird holiday. Don't you think, Valentine's Day? A day where you, like, show your love for other people, like, your loved one or whatever. Why do we need a specific day to show that we care about someone? Now, I've actually never had a Valentine's Day, I don't think, with somebody. I don't think I have. This year is my first time having a Valentine's Day with somebody, but I'm not even seeing her today. I'm seeing her tomorrow anyway, which kind of sucks. So, I'm personally, like, I've grew up and my parents haven't ever done anything for each other on Valentine's Day, or nothing that I've seen, or, like, they don't really pay much attention to that kind of stuff. So I've always grew up and, like, not really cared that much about it. But it just seems like a stupid day. Like, you just, I can't even point to words how weird it sounds. Like, you show the person you love that you care for them, which you should be doing every day, no? Or am I being stupid, just, like, showing the person I love that I care for them, doing that every day? Is that me being dumb? I don't think so. So, like, the roses / chocolate typical stuff, it sounds freaking weird to me. I don't personally understand it. All it just seems is a day that you get a guaranteed shag, and you eat chocolates, and the girl eats chocolates and gets roses, and the guy gets a guaranteed shag. That's the only thing that I can come to with the Valentine's Day, and it's just a bit weird. And every time the single girls, sometimes guys, but mostly single girls, then all get, like, dead upset because they're not with someone on Valentine's Day, and they get really upset and they start being lonely and feeling all depressed and stuff. And some guys go ahead and take advantage of that, so they go out and take advantage of these lonely, depressed girls and literally fill them. And I don't know, it's that time of the year where I just personally don't understand, and it's not a rant video. I just don't understand Valentine's Day, because in my opinion you should show the person who you care for. You should show that every day. You really should. But that's my opinion, and obviously some people aren't going to feel the same, and some people are going to be like, no, you have a special time with someone. Yeah, I understand that. I perfectly understand that. And, you know, each to their own. I'm a romantic bastard. I am. I like going out for, like, picnics, and I don't think I've ever been out for a picnic, so I can't say I like that if I've never done it. But I like, you know, I think I'm kind of romantic-ish / guy. Maybe not. No, I'm not. I'm not actually, so that's a lie. But I don't know. I don't know why you would have it one specific day set for all that kind of stuff, when you could be doing that every day, and you should be showing the person that you care for them every day nevertheless. But so I personally think it's a bit of a silly day. That's my opinion, obviously. So, alas, oh well, That's my opinion, and I think it's a bit stupid. But you know, if you guys are one of them people who are like, yeah, Valentine's Day, and you know, happy Valentine's Day, baby, I love you, XOXOXOXO, then I'm all for it. I've never really had a Valentine's Day kind of before anyway. So maybe, you know, maybe I'm just a fucking miserable prick who has never experienced it properly anyway. So I've never really felt needed for it. But yeah. That's my opinion on Valentine's Day. It wasn't a rant, but some people asked me to complain about some stuff, and I felt I could complain about Valentine's Day. I got pranked, man. I watched Boyfriend vs. Girlfriend, or Prank vs. Prank, and I got bloody pranked. I thought they finally got engaged, and I was like, whoa! And it was a Valentine's Day proposal prank, so screw you, Jesse. That annoyed me. Anyway, the gameplay is slowly coming to an end. I went pretty ham in this gameplay. Basically, like, I was using a Type 25 with extended mags and the stock. I love stock just for having that ability. I use a lot of submachine guns, as you guys know. So using that stock attachment has the ability to aim down sight and strafe a lot more easier. While using an assault rifle, so that's always fine and dandy. And if you get one set of lodestars, as long as you don't die, you can pretty much get a rotating pattern of kill streaks going. As long as, like I said, as long as you don't die when you need kill streaks, which you don't have too much cover over, so like too much, not cover, what's the word? You know, you don't have too much control over, so you're kind of relying on kill streaks and relying on yourself to clean the enemies up if they ever go near you. But I kind of got a bit lucky. I didn't die, and I kept getting Swarm and Lodestar and Warship, and I got a nice little streak, and I managed to get 122 kills. I died, I think, one off a Swarm really early in the gameplay, which kind of sucked. But anyway, that's pretty much the gameplay coming to an end. 122 and 6, my most kills on Black Ops 2, and my opinions on Valentine's Day. So if you want to leave a like, try and help the video out, try and get like 3,000 again, that would be absolutely amazing, guys. You guys have been awesome with me recently, so I really do appreciate all the love and support, because YouTube's been fucking up recently, and you know, loads of people have been suffering just because of YouTube, which sucks. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Nevertheless, I'll see you all later. Hope you're having a great day. Bye bye.
With one of the most romantic holidays coming up, Valentine's Day, we know that our subscribers, we know you guys are a bunch of hopeless romantics, and you know, we figured with all these television shows and all these magazines trying to give you guys tips and tricks of what to do, where to bring that special person on Valentine's Day, we would switch that around on you and give you guys the top countdown of things not to do on Valentine's Day. Now, this particular episode is for the 4% of women that do watch my videos, so we're going to start it out with things girls should not wear on Valentine's Day.
Heels. Every guy's self-conscious about his height unless he's like 6'5". Do I look tall to you? Stop making it even more obvious.
Unnecessary belts. Girls, belts were invented to hold your pants up, not hide that muffin top because you ate too many Cheetos the night before. Bring those belts down a solid 3 inches and use them for their proper use.
Way too much makeup. Look, I like birthday cake as much as the next fat guy, but you don't need to put it all over your face. It isn't gonna make me want you any more than that cake.
Any pair of pants that has juicy written in extremely cute writing on the ass. Any brand promoted by J-Lo is a no-go. For show.
Sick rhyme, bro.
That was a happy accident.
It was so happy on my face. What? Big ass hats. Unless you're putting down a bet of 20K on Seabiscuit, take that shit off. You ain't Kate Middleton.
Now that we've hit the what not to wear, you know, we're going to assume here that the girls have a say on where to go during Valentine's Day. And if you do, these are places most definitely guys do not want to go on Valentine's Day. Any Sandra Bullock movie, except for The Blind Side. That was a great film.
And The Proposal. Ryan Reynolds' abs are just a delight.
Are they not?
I wish I had that rock solid abs. The mall. We realize it's Valentine's Day and we're already buying you shit. Don't get greedy, bitch.
Speed dating. We know that you feel sorry for your chubby friend not having a date, but the last thing I want is to watch you get hit on by greasy guys.
Expensive restaurants. You better finish that food. I had to take out an extra mortgage on the dessert alone. Do you know how much DLC costs these days?
Now this last place not to go is a definite no-no. The top of any large building. Girls, if you expect us to propose, there is honestly a better chance of us jumping off. Because we have commitment issues.
Now that we know where not to go, one of the top things that you're gonna face women is what not to give. And I'm gonna start it off with a shitty BJ. Watch At the very least, 3 hours of blowjob videos on the internet for preparation. Your guy's gonna be helping you out. Help him out.
When you were saying that, I imagined a diamond commercial. Ladies, this year, give your man the gift of love. A great blowjob. Now, on to the second one, wallets. This is a gift that I've gotten many of times, and it's like, we don't have any money right now. We already spent it all on you. Why the fuck would you get us this ironic gift? Fuck Valentine's Day.
An Old Spice kit. Okay, we get the hint. After a few reps at the gym, we smell a little bit. But we're doing it for you. Well, more for just in case we dump you.
Any electronics. I know you've done internet research. I know you think you know what we want. But no matter what the Best Buy salesman says, girls, we don't need it. Because either A, we already have it, or B, it is just a useless piece of technology that we will return.
Gift cards. You get mad at us for not putting any thought into it, and then you lay this shit on us? Bitch, please.
Alright girls, that is your list of what not to do on Valentine's Day. You can't always trust the media, but you can trust two strangers over the internet. So if you guys want to see the guys version of this, it will be on David Brown's channel tomorrow. Make sure to head over there and subscribe. Links will be in the description as well as on the screen right now. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up because it really does help my channel out. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm The Attack, and I'm out.
Fuck Valentine's Day.
Let me tell you a story. I know this story is stupid and irrelevant, but I feel like I need to tell this. First grade. Yeah, I said first grade. This is how stupid and irrelevant the story is. But first grade, my best friend was a guy named Jordy Calhoun. And the reason we were best friends, this is rock solid logic here. The reason we were best friends is we both had the same name. His was Jordy Calhoun, I was Jordy Jordan. We also had another guy in the class named Jordy Alford, but he wasn't in our he wasn't in our class that year. He was in our kindergarten class. But irrelevant, again, I wonder. But for some reason we had this Valentine's Day card thing, and I was sort of cutting my Valentine's Day card out, and I decided to pick Andy as the person who's going to pick my Valentine's Day card out. You know, a lot of you are going to be like, Gary, knew you was gay. I have nothing against gay people whatsoever, and if Andy wanted to be gay with me, that would be his choice. But I do like the punani, and I'm gonna keep it at that. But as a 5-year-old, what's first, like 5, 6, somewhere in that ballpark? As a 5 or 6-year-old, you gave Valentine's Days to your guy friends. It's just what you did. You know, you weren't really interested in girls. Girls had cooties. They were you didn't want to sit at them. They had those pink folders, and pink was not the thing that you wanted to do because pink was not a boy color. But regardless, I made my card for Andy. So instead of him seeing, because Jordy Calhoun was making his card for me, you know, since we're best friends and all. And it broke his heart. It literally did. It tore his heart in two, and he got upset, and he ended up switching his card to another guy in our class named Brian. But all this being said, the last 2.5 minutes I've wasted on here is like, what is up with people who have those stupid, irrelevant friends? Like, what does it matter if you're friend number 1 or friend number 3? Seriously, like as long as the time is there, what would it matter? Like, as long as you're hanging out with people and holding it down, does it matter if you're the wheelman or you're the primary?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Thursday Rants here on The Vicious Marine. Now, it's been quite a while since I've been on, and I must admit, I miss being here in front of the screen, just being able to talk to you guys just about anything, you listening, and of course, you commenting and giving me amazing reviews about how great it is to just rant about anything that bothers you. But today is a special day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Valentine's Day. Yeah, you guys all lovey-dovey and buying flowers and chocolates and very expensive gifts. That's all okay. I'll be mushy for 2 seconds. I won't be the usual nasty, vicious Marine. By the way, great shot. Look at that. What? Took him out. Anyway, let's focus here on Valentine's Day. Let's focus on all the money you guys spend out there. And don't you feel like everything just goes up in price on Valentine's Day? Like, we're always looking out for price gouging and all this, and here comes the one day out of the year that everything, and I mean everything, gets put up in price. Teddy bears, those bouncing betties that just destroyed me, flowers. Flowers are a big one. I mean, flowers go up tremendously in price. Haven't you guys noticed that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Am I going crazy? But there's some pretty cool deals. I mean, you might want to go to the jewelry store. Maybe you go to a clothing department store, whatever it is that you want to get your significant other. And there might be something cool on special. Or maybe you should go to the after Valentine's Day spectacular. And we all know what comes after this. We're ready to get drunk on St. Patty's Day, right? Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm not gonna really rant that much, you know. I mean, complain really about Valentine's Day. Growing up, I mean, you went from getting your mom a folded up heart that you did in art class, or maybe getting her something cute. I don't know. You went to the 99-cent store and bought something for your mom. She loved it. I don't know. I don't know what you guys did. Maybe you guys grew up with a lot of money. You got your mom a Porsche. Porsche. Sorry, Porsche, like the car. Whatever. Nice kill there. Happy Valentine's Day, buddy. Move up. Anyway, big shout out to the crew here. I got a Mafioso playing with me. I got Blondie, so a couple of new people that played. But either way, big shout out to the Club Zone FM fam. Always staying in here and knocking it down. But yeah, and here's some. Oh man, guys. I mean, really, enough with the Instagram postings of Valentine's Day. Really? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm gonna complain. I don't care if you're listening to me rant about this. Great, thank you. But it's not gonna stop me from like making fun of all the freaking. Oh, look at the flowers. Oh, look at the balloons. Oh, I'm so blessed. Oh, man, get over it. It gets old. It gets old. By the way, guys, you can follow me on Instagram. It's on my channel. Just hit it on the right-hand side and say follow. But I mean, I go through the stream and there's a couple nice little postings, and I listen. I'm not gonna hate on you if you're getting something nice for mom, if you're getting something nice for your aunt or whatever. You know, your significant, close person that you love. You know, you always gotta get mommy something. You know, gotta love mom.
Hostile UAV above.
But yeah, I mean, it gets to the point where you start thinking, how much more can you take, huh? Who are you planning on staying with Valentine's Day? Like having dinner or whatever. I mean, if you guys are alone, I feel bad for you. And if you're watching this after Valentine's Day, don't worry, I'll get to the point quickly so we can get to something else. My point about Valentine's Day is don't go crazy. I mean, there's 365 days in the year, and you chose Valentine's Day to really show somebody how you love. Shame on you! God damn it. Shame on you. Also, big shout out to the companies who decide to dip the strawberries in the chocolate. Yeah, buddy. I love me some chocolate. And you know what I love even more than that? Chocolate covered strawberries with lots of chocolate. I would like chocolate covered strawberries with chocolate chips on it. Yep, that's what I like. Give me more. Give me more. Anyway, I think I'm done with the whole Valentine's Day talk for today. So, I mean, really? I mean, how much more can we rant about it? People are either gonna love it or hate it. For me, it's okay.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai Extras, and today I'm bringing you guys a commentary of some domination on the map Outlook, I think it's called, or Outpost, something like that. This is one of the newer maps put in the game, and I was using an MP7 with a silencer and a thermal scope on it, oddly enough. I thought it was a fun setup, and I was enjoying myself using the thermal scope on different SMGs. But anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about something that isn't Call of Duty related, even though this is a Call of Duty related channel, and I know that's what you guys are usually here to hear me talk about. Today I want to talk a little bit about relationships. Now, I know it might sound like a weird subject for me to touch on this channel, like I was just sort of saying, but I know that a lot of my viewers are between the ages of 12 and 18, and they're mostly males, like 97%, and out of the like 7 or whatever percentage it is of girls that are on my account, I know that number didn't head up 97 and 7, I think it's like 95 and 5 or something like that. I'm pretty sure half those people who say they're girls on their account are actually boys. But regardless, I'm just saying, I thought I would talk about it or touch on this subject because I feel like I have some pretty coherent, intelligent, nice things to say about the subject that might be able to help some of you guys out, and that's sort of what doing these commentaries about real-life subjects are about. I've gotten a lot of good feedback when I talk about things that aren't Call of Duty related in the past, and I just thought I'd do it again with this subject here because I kind of feel like making a commentary about it. So anyway, let me just get into this. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the same cliche stuff you hear all the time, like what you want to have in a partner or someone who you want to date, girl or boy, whatever the case may be. If you don't know already that you want someone that you can trust and that can trust you and that shares the same interests and qualities as you, then you're a little lost to begin with. I mean, those are pretty clear things. I'm pretty sure everyone knows all that stuff. So what I will talk about are some things that I don't think people are so good at in relationships that people need to improve on. The first of which is identifying if your person of interest, the person that you want to date, is really a person you can be with long term, and also you want to figure out what that other person wants, because I don't feel like a lot of people communicate that very well in the beginning of a relationship when it's important to do so. What I'll say is that a lot of people just want someone, especially if you're younger, if you're between the ages like 12 and 15, who they can kiss and do like weird sexual kid things with. I'm not gonna get into that subject or whatever because that's a little perverted, but I will say it's just, a lot of people don't want a serious relationship at the age of 14, 15, 16 years old, and if you're with someone who really doesn't want that, you have to, make that clear in the beginning, because if you don't, you're going to get emotionally connected to someone, and then you can end up getting hurt if you don't share those same interests. Along those same lines, you want to identify in whoever you want to date very, very early on whether or not they have too many qualities that are going to cause problems in, your relationship with them or potential relationship with them. And if there is too many of those qualities, whether or not that other person is willing to put in the effort to change those things, or whether or not they're willing to change them at all, regardless of the effort that it would take. What I'll say is that there's a lot of differences that people have when they, start getting to know each other better that they didn't know beforehand. So they're like, you're just starting to date someone, you're getting to know them better, you're learning new things about them, you're figuring out what pisses them off and what doesn't, and stuff like that you might not have known before. And a lot of those things can be points of difference where you and whoever you want to date, your girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, disagree on, just things that you guys fight over. And if there's not too many of those things, you shouldn't have a problem. And if there is, like I was saying, a couple too many of those things, and you and whoever you're with, enjoy hanging out less because of whatever those said things are, whatever they may be. I'm not going to go into details about them because there's hundreds, if not thousands of them. Then you gotta just sort of figure out if that other person is willing to change those things about them, or whether or not they're willing to make slight alterations to like the kind of person that they are in order to be with you. Because if not, you guys are going to, set yourselves up for disaster. Because what you'll find is that if you try too hard in a relationship, and this is gonna sound bad, and this is something not a lot of people say, if you try too hard in a relationship to make it work, you will most likely end up getting hurt. That's the truth. If you try too hard to be with someone, and you try too hard to do and please, or do what someone else wants and please whatever they want, then you're oftentimes going to end up feeling pretty shitty. Because if someone else feels like you're going to do anything to be with them, they're not going to put in a whole lot of effort to be with you, and it's sort of going to rely on you to keep that relationship together, in my opinion, and you're going to have to do what that other person wants all the time, and it's, it can be pretty bad. So what you should figure out is how far each one of you is willing to change the things about you that the other person doesn't like. And if you guys really like each other and you share enough interests and you know, hobbies and stuff, you have a lot of things in common, then you probably will try hard to be together. But if not, you won't. So when you can identify those things early on, if there's a lot of things that you guys are, you know, share different opinions on, try hard to think logically then, if at no other point. Because what I'll tell you is that if you do try too hard and you do put too much effort into being together, you're going to form a connection with someone that they may not have for you as well. It happens all the time. You don't like to think about it, but the truth is that you could actually fall in love with someone who doesn't fall in love with you, and that's awful. Like, that will literally tear you up, because the more that you want a person who doesn't want you, the more unattractive you're gonna seem to that person. That's like, you know, a weird mental thing that applies to 99% of people in the world. If you try super hard to get someone and they really don't have much interest in you, and they keep up the relationship for long enough that you form an emotional connection to them, at the end of that whole thing, you're going to end up feeling really shitty, you're going to get upset, and you're going to get hurt, and you're probably going to end up, you know, breaking up with someone or getting broken up with, and feeling like you got the short end of the stick in that relationship, friendship, whatever. So try hard to realize one thing. I'm going to leave you guys with this. You're awesome. If you're the person who's really nice and puts in lots of effort into a relationship, and is really kind and forgiving and trustworthy, and you really try hard to make things work, you're probably part of the percentage of the world that is awesome to date. You are like a really awesome person with a great personality, and there's plenty of people out there who are extremely attractive and have great personalities who will want to be with you. You just don't have them in your life right now. But if you stay with someone who you really think you want to be with, when they don't really want to be with you and they're not that great of a person to you, you're not going to be single. You're not going to be on the market, and you're going to have a much harder time finding a person who is going to make you happy and who is going to put in the same sort of effort and is going to, you know, be that same sort of person that you are back to you. So think logically, know that you're awesome, and get out of a shitty situation before it gets shittier. That's my parting words for you guys. So I hope you guys think that I had something coherent or interesting or, you know, noteworthy to say about relationships. If not, I totally understand. Like I said, it's not like I have a ton of experience. I just thought I had some maybe nice things to say to you guys that might be able to help some people out. So anyway, that's the end of this gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. 51-4 with a thermal MP7. I will see you guys later. If you enjoyed the video, please comment, rate, subscribe, all those things. They make me so happy. Favorites, I love them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Our next question, he pretty much asked me not to put his name on here because, hey, Wings, I'm starting this question off a little about me. I'm 14, I'm 5'11", I'm 230 pounds. Recently, I started actually thinking about dating. Up until now, I've mostly been in the mindset I did not need to date till after college or even maybe after graduating. Anyway, my question would be, like a guy like me to take a girl out for dates. I already know the obvious movies and the dinner, but what else could I do? I'd also appreciate if you don't mention my name. Alright, dude. First off, what you don't want to do is you don't want to pretty much pay for everything on the first date. That's a mistake I made quickly. I mean, when I first started dating, I was so happy that a girl was willing to go out with me. I was willing to shower with anything she fucking wanted. Anything her heart desired, she could have got on that first date. Mainly because she was good enough to go out with me. Don't do that. That's not the stability for a good relationship. What you want to do is you want to basically meet in a nice mutual place that's in a public place. I like to call them greeting meets. And obviously, if you're going, you met each other in high school, you can probably skip this step. But like this is just in case you've met each other, exchanged phone numbers, and now you want to go out. It's best to start the very first date off in a public setting, say like a mall or something like that, and then move it on up. You want to do something that can mutually benefit both of you financially. Like, you don't want to go to a place like a movie where you drop $20 on the movie, then you got to pay for the dinner, and then you got to pay for the gas, and then she drops off, and now you're fucking like $60 down, and you're not sure how the date went. Make it mutual. Like, make it so both of you have something to give up. That way you kind of tell how serious she is with you right away. If she's willing to split half the bills with you, she's more likely willing to listen to your conversation and things of that nature. tips that you can go on a date, that pretty much depends on your area. Like if you're in Myrtle Beach, you can take her to the Sky Wheel. The Sky Wheel is really cool. You can walk on the beach. Girls love walking on the beach. Hell, if she's promiscuous enough, you can go to Priscilla McCall's. I mean, you can do the little sex shop. You ain't got to buy nothing. Just walk around and laugh at all the stupid shit they got in there. They have some weird fucking shit in those sex shops. Especially the bra section. You ever see a triple G? As big as your damn head. Could bust a cassava melon open. Let's go on to the next question.
The second thing is this, and it's basically a question that is been asked a million times in different ways. How do I get pussy? How do I get the girl? And here's a fucking tip and a hint for anybody out there. I don't care if you're 40-year-old watching this video, or if you're 15 or 20 or whatever it is. If you are struggling to get pussy, there's an easy way to get pussy. There's two ways. One, there is no fucking magic mystery fucking tour bus walking, driving around with all the answers that some guy's going to pull off the side of the road, open the door, and say, here's the gift of how to get pussy. It's really simple. I'm going to be that guy actually driving the bus. I'm going to give you the gift of pussy right here. What you got to do, my pedigree chumps, is this. Just fucking ask the girl and stop the bullshit in the games. If you want to ask a girl out, you say, listen, I don't know what genre, age group you are, but you make it appropriate for your age. I want to see a movie, I want to get a drink, I want to have coffee. I like you. My name's Ben, and I would like, to hang out sometime. That's all you got to do. There is no fucking mystery about it. Just approach the girl, have some balls. If you've got no balls, pretend you've got balls, and just fucking straight up ask her, hi, I like you. These are my intentions. Would you like to go out? Don't be truthful with your intentions, because most of our intentions hi, I like you. I'm going to pretend to be a really nice guy, but I want to fuck you in the asshole. Don't be that fucking honest with her, but let's be straightforward and be like, hey, what's up? Would you like to go out sometime? My name's Ben. What do you like to do? If you don't have confidence, pretend to have confidence. And that's really all there is to it. There's no fucking games. There's no magic fucking, elixir. Nothing. You know what? If you're ugly, that doesn't even matter either, because ugly guys get pussy too. And all this shit is negated if you're a millionaire. Because if you're a millionaire, you could look like fucking, like I said before, Sloth from the fucking Goonies, or some Down syndrome kid with one fucking leg and a kickstand rolling around the street with a fucking wheel on his end of his kickstand, so he fucking has two legs, and you could pick up bitches because you got money. But the rest of us who don't have millions of dollars, and if you're just normal looking, doesn't even matter. Confidence. And if you don't have confidence, pretend to have confidence. And just fucking be straightforward with the girl. And if it's too much of a problem and the bitch don't like you, don't fucking let her push you around. You don't have to fucking pretend to be all nice with her. Tell the bitch to fucking hit the bricks, hit the fucking pavement, one foot in front of the other, and bounce, bitch, because there's a million girls out there. And that is an actual great fucking tip. I'm going to put some more gameplay up. Fuck it. Here we go. Because I fucking ran out of time and we're way over top of it. I'm going to keep going. And that's really what it is, guys. It's there's a million girls out there. You don't got to be stressed out. If a girl doesn't like you, say fuck it. It's a numbers game. Go out there. If you're going to ask 10 bitches out, 90% of them are going to say no. And I don't care if you're the best looking guy in the world. They're still going to say no, because girls just say no no matter fucking who you look like. Really, it doesn't. Some bitches just are fucking like that. It doesn't matter. And that's really what it is. You can't be discouraged. You can't be taking offense to it. If you guess a girl out after being straightforward and she says no, fuck it. Move on to the next girl. She says no, move on to the next girl. It's a numbers game, man. Shoot it with the shotgun. You're going to hit a target eventually. And that's really what it is. Have some confidence. If you don't have confidence, pretend to have confidence. Be honest with the bitches. Just tell them what's on your mind. Stand up. Pretend to have a big set of balls. Fucking balls of beauty. And don't be deterred or upset if a bitch turns you down. Move on to the next one. And if she starts treating you bad, kick that bitch to the curb and move on to the next one. And that's the best fucking tip I can give out there. I'm 8 Thoughts, Cockle. This has been the motherfucking Magic 8 Ball information discussion, motherfucking commentary. If you enjoyed the video, like it. If you didn't enjoy the video, dislike it. And that's all I got to say. Peace out. See you fucking later. It's been a fun time.
Oh God, it's been awesome. Yes.
I like surprise boob or surprise sexy pics or whatever that is. And that is one thing, ladies, if you're ever in a relationship, just every once in a while, through the day-to-day stuff, through the boringness, just pull out a titty and just start sucking on it. Because I like the randomness of it, and it actually is better than all of it at once, and it just almost like this, you get into this visual, I don't want to say conundrum, but you get into this visual thing where, you wake up, you go to work, you go get a coffee, you do this or whatever. Imagine through your boring ass day, you're at line at a coffee place that's not Starbucks, fuck Starbucks, but you're at a coffee place and the girl that's taking your order is like, what can I get you? And just fucking whips out a titty. you'd be like, fuck yeah, that's fucking awesome. Now, obviously, you can go online. A lot of people use this argument. You can go online and you can see that stuff. But I feel that the randomness of it is fucking awesome, and it makes it more special. You can watch all the porno you want, and you kind of get desensitized. Okay, you're taking the ass. Okay, you got dick slapped. Whatever, boring. Like, you kind of get desensitized to it a little bit. But to see it randomly is fucking hot. It's cool. I love it. That's why super fast mode. That's why I follow so many whores and slutbags on Twitter. And I'm not even talking about girls that will show picture like naked pics or sexy pics or anything like that. Even girls that like talk like whores. I don't know, when did it become bad? When was there this negative stipulation on whores? I love whores. Whores are great. Sluts and whores, however you want to define them, either or, they're fucking great. I'm not a huge fan of whores. I'd rather just deal with sluts, but like, because whores are trying to get like money out of me, and then I don't really like giving up money to females. I become really Jewy when it comes to that. Like, I've been at like house parties, and they've gotten fucking like a group of prostitutes come over, and I've just been like, I'm not spending money on you. That's not in me. That just doesn't sound right for me to break bread on you for some wet skin. Like, no, thank you. But I do like sluts. Maybe this is me saying I like sluts more than I like whores.
So I'm sitting in class today in sociology, and we start talking about inequality, which, that should be expected because the class itself revolves around social inequality. And anyone who watches this channel or has watched my political leaning videos knows that in most scenarios I tend to be more liberal than conservative. There are some exceptions to that, but for the most part I am pretty liberal. And going to this class is, to me, like a whole class wherein you sit and get slapped in the face with ridiculous statistics and knowledge by a PETA member who's tied to a tree to save it from sludge being poured by Monsanto's CEO and George W. Bush himself while making out. It's gross. I mean, that's how I feel in that class. That's how much liberalness is hitting me in the goddamn face. I mean, it's like Rachel Maddow sitting on every corner, which that's not fair. I tend to like Rachel Maddow, but she is very liberal. All this to say, this is a very freaking liberal class. They make no bones about the fact, or rather the TA is an instructor, that they're against the establishment and such, very left-leaning, and that's fine. To each their own. I really don't care. I figure that everybody always gets up in arms when their teachers have a different opinion on something, but for me, the way I see it is if your opinion on something is founded in reality, then you really shouldn't be afraid of being exposed to new stimuli, because if it is a sound opinion, it should hold up regardless of what that instructor says. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, or maybe it's both here and there, but I'm not going to touch on either of those things. So, what makes me want to talk about this is today the instructor was asking for people to yell out things that irritated them in regard to inequality. And one girl yelled out and said that it irritated her how a man could sleep with a lot of women and be known as a player, as a stud, as a pimp, as an all-around awesome guy who gets high fives on the reg, and a girl who sleeps with a lot of guys is known as a slutty whore bitch who, is just putting it out there on the street for anyone to pick up and was just a loose slut. And that's what, and I'm saying slut like a bad meaning there, not like slut, like I call you guys sluts endearingly, I'm talking about slut with like the negative connotations in this instance. And she said, that's not fair, I don't like that. I think that is a perfect example of inequality in the sexual realm. And I expected, after hearing that, because I've heard this argument before in that statement, and I was looking at my professor, and I was like, oh man, this girl just opened a can of whoop-ass on herself, because this instructor is about to explain, he's about to break down why what she said is wrong, because I've heard people argue about this before, and I was ready to hear it, because I thought I saw my professor's eye just a little smirk, like, ooh, I got her now, even though I suppose that'd be a poor attitude for a professor to have. But lo and behold, she stopped talking and stopped complaining about that, and he just said, you know what, I agree, that's something we all should think about. And then he went on to the next question, and that was it. That was all I said about it. And to me, That was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, if you're going to take the time to talk about social inequality, don't be a retard and only talk about social inequality in regard to women and minorities. Why would you do that? That seems pretty intellectually dishonest to me. To me, that seems silly. What I wanted to say, but I can't say because it's a huge lecture hall, is that, yes, that is the way that it logically makes sense. It's logical to think of a man who sleeps with a lot of women as a stud, and to think of a woman who sleeps with a lot of men as not a stud. I'm not saying that it's logical to think of her as a slut. Not at all. Don't take that away from this video. Don't think that. If women want to sleep with a lot of men, go for it. I don't give a shit. You're sexually free to do whatever you want. All I'm saying is that it's not the same thing, like this girl was trying to equate. And by no means am I saying that women who sleep with a lot of men are inherently sluts. They can do whatever they want. It's their decision. To each their own. I think I say that like twice a video. 3 times. To each their own. 4 times in this vid. Wow. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't draw false comparisons. Now, let's think about this from an evolutionary perspective, all right? Now, we're humans. We're apes. Women get their choice of mate. Now, you're maybe thinking, whoa, Taylor, that's not how it works. Men get to ask women on dates. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when the time comes to do the nasty, to, do the horizontal mambo, to fuck, it's the girl's decision. She gets to decide whether or not intercourse is going to happen. Because 9 out of 9 times, what a weird way to say that, 10 out of 10 times, men are going to say yes when offered with sex. They're going to say yes because it's biologically ingrained in us. It's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel lustful when you're looking at a hot girl, boys out there, don't feel bad. That's part of your natural biology. That's how we're alive as a species, is because you have that desire to have sex. Now, so women don't have this same thing. Women want to have sex, yes, obviously, but they're not hardwired like men are. Men just want it for the sake of having it. We are just hardwired to want it. It's great to us. It seems great. It's great at every hour, at all times, because that's how we're programmed. We're programmed to want to propagate our own DNA above all other males. And so that's why, naturally, you see men vying with other men trying to compete for the attention of women. You want to show that you're the most intelligent, the most dominant, the most funny man out there. That's, on a little tangent, that's another reason that men are funnier than women, is because women don't need to be funny to attract men. You just don't have to. We already find you very attractive. You don't need to put on airs or try and attract us under the auspice of being a funny, witty person. You don't need to try and do that to a man, because men already are attracted to you. So naturally, humor and wit don't develop as naturally in women as they do men. And that's not saying that it's that those traits are somehow tied to intelligence or something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's more natural for men to be funny, because we're not very attractive. As Hitchens says, most men are fantastically unattractive. But we have to make ourselves worthy. Men have to prove themselves worthy of being men in order to get women's approval. And that's just the way it is. This isn't me bitching about this system or anything. That's just me laying out the facts. Women, on the other hand, get the option of picking the best male that they can find. It's the same way in the wild. They want the most dominant man. They want the man that's going to be able to provide the most thorough and complete protection of their offspring and themselves. And that's a natural desire. This is not gold digging or anything like that. That's what women are, just that's their biological imperative. They want to find a man who will protect them. And so naturally, women get approached by a lot more men than men get approached by women. And so women get the opportunity all the time to turn down suitors who they do not see as worthy. And I'm sure that most women don't see it as, as ridiculously superior. Got tied up in a word there. But they don't see it through that lens of superiority. They just see it as, oh, he's not for me, or I can do better, which men are guilty of too. I'm just saying that the best way to compare these things is think about it with a meal, okay? Now, if a man is trying to impress a woman with a meal, he has to put things together. Now, imagine that this meal is actually the culmination of all my personality traits and my physical attributes, and everything about me is in this meal, and those are translated into ingredients. So basically, as a man, I get a certain amount of ingredients to make myself presentable to this woman. So I got some peppers, I got some steak, I got some chicken, I got some awesome ingredients, and I get to make all those and try and make it look the best possible way, just right, so I can attract girls and present myself and look awesome. Now, I don't have all the ingredients necessary to rope in a 10 out of 10 girl. One of my biggest problems is I tend to be way too sarcastic with emotional things, and that leads to a lot of fighting. And so maybe I don't have enough of that ingredient. I wish I had more of that so I could throw it in there. But the point is that I have to take all of these independently unappealing variables and put them together in order to present myself as an attractive potential for mating. Women, on the other hand, don't have to make themselves into a meal like that. Think of a woman as just a Dove chocolate bar. Think of it like that. Women don't need to put anything else on or doll themselves up like that for men. The reason that women usually doll themselves up isn't because men demand it or really care that much. It's because they're doing it to compete with other women. And so men already see women as intrinsically attractive. When we see you, we don't think, what can she do for me? And of course there are situations where that happens, but for the most part, men aren't looking at women saying, what can she provide me as a benefit? And we look at women as an end in themselves, like, wow, if I could be with her, that would be so awesome. So think of it like that. Women look at men almost like an ingredient, a meal that has been made to look as fashionable as possible, almost like a peacock's feathers, whereas men look at women in a way that's like just a pure chocolate bar, just intrinsically valuable, tasty, delicious, great, melts in your hands, just all sorts of great things. So I hope this made sense to you guys, and I really tried to present this in a way that didn't make me sound like a misogynist bigot. But unfortunately, it seems as though any critique of feminists at all comes under the umbrella of misogyny, so I don't really give a fuck. If you disagree with this, leave a comment and tell me why. And if you don't, then leave a comment and tell me why. I love you.
Lot's been going on for me for someone of my age. Well, actually, after writing that sentence, I realized how little's been going on. High school kids have a knack for broadcasting virtually every detail of their lives on social media, so as someone who doesn't do that, the events build up. Valentine's Day was last week, and I had a date, I guess, and it ended pretty quickly. My school is fairly small, and I've had flings with a pretty large ratio of girls to girls at my school. I'm not proud of it really, neither are the girls. I just use them as a ratio in a fucking YouTube video. I'm not bragging about this because I've slowly built up a reputation of being that one guy. That one guy that has a thing with someone and when it ends avoids talking to them for the rest of the year even though we live at the same school. To put it lightly, I come off as a fuckboy. To those of you who don't use 2013 terminology, I'm just a fuckboy, that's the best way to describe it. I haven't reiterated enough how different YouTubers are in real life than on the internet. I'm not outspoken and pissed off like you'd imagine. I'm pretty much a regular skinny gangly guy who walks around with a beanie no matter the weather. Basically a teenager. If you go to PAX East in the coming weeks and meet me, I'll switch off the Sneeko persona and talk to you as an equal, and not with an overgeneralizing condescending tone I use in these videos. Shit, where was I? Oh right, yeah, Ebola. High school relationships. So yeah, I think I've had my share of experience to tell you that high school relationships don't make any sense. We're in that stage where we've passed the 7th grade we're going out phase and before the casual college hookup stage. It's awkward and messy, and at boarding school it's emphasized even more. The beginning is consistently overshadowed with fucking gossip. Gossip is a fuckboy's mortal enemy. Old shit never leaves you alone and always sets you back. Everyone knows everything in mere seconds, which makes everyone much more judgmental, even more than a 16-year-old girl is already. In the eyes of gossip, everyone is an ass, especially the guy. People you don't even know won't talk to you because of what they've heard. It's awkward and messy, let me stress that, and I don't recommend it. Your sex drive in high school sets how it's gonna be for life. If you're quiet and weird, let me be honest with you, you're not gonna be a Hugh Hefner in your 20s. If you're giving handjobs in the bathroom stall in 11th grade, most likely you won't be a nun later on in life. Just how it works. So there's my pretentious opinion on that. It wouldn't be a Sneeko video without it. It's also Black History Month, as you all know, and every white teacher is being guilt-tripped into showing a Malcolm X documentary. Even though I'm part black and identify as multiracial, I don't like Black History Month. I think it's absurd that an entire race's history is being downsized to a month, and it creates division between races. Of course, I agree it's important for people to learn black history. It shouldn't be taught that way. It should be taught simply as American history or human history, and it shouldn't be specified to a month. In the town at my school, there's virtually no minorities. Last week, I saw a black guy in Walmart, and when we made eye contact, he came up to me and shook my hand. Kids in many places like this town are separated from a different culture, which drives the importance to learn about it. But I think teaching it separately like Black History Month creates a division that symbolizes realizes what racism is about. Go ahead and challenge me in the comments. I'm willing to have a discussion with you. Just for my sake, please don't strike the video and call me a chink. That's never good.
Our very next question comes from Dylan Cook. Dear Wings, I'm a freshman at a private high school and I love watching your videos. I have a girl problem. She is very attractive and has huge boobs, but most of the freshman guys think she's fat, even though she's not even close to fat. I was just wondering, if I ask her out, will I be better just to stay friends? Should I even date her if everyone thinks she's fat? Alright, Dylan, you seem to be a little bit confused and think that fat means she has AIDS. But even if somebody thinks that she's fat and you find her attractive and you naturally want to be around her or learn more about her, go for it, dude. Obviously, you're attracted to her because you're seeing through any of the flaws that other people might not. And you got to understand, when people hate on somebody, especially like young kids in high school or like so-called freshmen, they tend to fall into a couple different categories here. There's the people that may find her attractive, but are going along with what their friends say. There's people that might not even be interested in girls at the freshman age. And then there's people that might actually think she's fat and are just conceited. When the people that think she's fat and are just conceited, look at them like Jack Black and Shallow Hal. That's exactly what they are. They want more than they actually are worth. I mean, you should take every person with a grain of salt, and every person's opinion with a grain of salt, including mine. But if you really like her, and she really likes you, and she's popular to begin with, it even says right here, P.S. she's popular at school and pretty much everyone knows me. Who cares? Nobody. No. Look here. Let me say it better like this. You know how many people I know in high school at this point in my life? One. You know how many people are thinking about me that they went to high school with me? One. Do you think my reputation in high school matters any at this point in life? No. So think about it. Think about things in 10 years. When you're questioning if you should do something, ask yourself this question. 10 years from now, will somebody care? So will somebody care that you went out with the girl with the big boobs that some people thought were fat in high school? No. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be a memory like this. Even if the relationship goes sour, it's going to be like, hey, Dylan, yeah, remember that bitch you used to go with in high school with the huge knockers? Yeah. You ever score with that? That's the way that conversation goes later on in life. Or later in life, the conversation could go like this. You could fall in love. Guys could go to school together. You could end up have a baby, and you could end up living your life out with her. And you're going to pass up all that because you're worried about somebody that's not even going to matter in 10 years thinks that she's fat. Point proven. Take it with what it is.
So, I'm going to give you some advice. Some relationship advice. Now, there's two kinds of guys, supposedly. There's the player, and there's the relationship guy. Throughout my life, I'm talking about from the time I was 11 years old, all the way through my adulthood, I've been a relationship guy. I've had a steady girlfriend all my life. Later in life, it became a wife, an ex-wife, and then another wife. So I'm a relationship guy. But as I reflect back upon my life, I think back to all those relationships I was in. I think to myself, man, was it a colossal waste of time? It's really, really tough because on one hand, there's nothing like being in love. Nothing like it. There's nothing like being intimate with a female that loves you and you love with all your heart. That is something that you can't even describe or put into words. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But it goes away, and it's really, really painful when it does. But it does. It's all about timing, really. At least, from my experience. I was so in love with a girl when I was 15 years old. But the timing wasn't right, so nothing ever really became of it. We had a nice relationship, it lasted a few years, and it ended. If I had met that same person 10 years later when I was 25 instead of 15, we probably would have got married, who knows, had a family, and everything else, right? So it's all about the timing. Now, you guys are really young. A lot of you are. I don't know, anywhere from ages to 12 to 20, I don't know. But my advice would be this. Stay away from serious relationships. You don't have to wait around for the perfect female. You don't. Living life is experiencing different people, different things. Date as many people as you possibly can. Always leave the door open. Always have somebody there for you. I'm not saying and the term player, I don't like that term Because yeah, to me a player is somebody who like uses women, who lies to them, who fakes, oh yeah, I want to be in a relationship with you just to get in their pants. And that's never really their intent. Their intent is just to get in their pants. They don't want a relationship. That's a player. That's a douchebag. I'm not saying to be one of those. I'm saying if you're up front and saying, yeah, I don't want a relationship, but I want to hang out. I want to go out. I want to date. And you're upfront about it, then that's 100% perfectly fine. So if you're around just waiting for that perfect person, not dating anybody, not going out with anybody because they're not that, 10 out of 10, dude, don't do that, man. Enjoy being single. Enjoy being young. Chances are you're going to spend the majority of your adulthood probably married and raising a family. This is a time where you can go out and experiment with new things, with new people. And take advantage of that fact. I know there's a lot of people, like on Twitter and on these social media sites and stuff, that spend a majority of their time, like, I don't know if it's flirting with girls or spitting game at girls or whatever. And it seems like a colossal waste of time to me. It's like, do it in real life, man. That's the only way, make that eye contact. I noticed too that, I have a lot of friends that are younger guys on YouTube and stuff. And it seems to me that the guys that can really get the girls, like in real life, never flirt with girls online. So that leads me to kind of believe that the guys that are constantly, chatting up girls online and stuff are the ones that have a really hard time in real life getting girls. I could be wrong. There's a good chance that I'm wrong. I don't know. But don't waste your time with the online stuff, man. That's it's so easy. Just get out there. What did Hutch say? Every sniper shot you don't take, you miss. Same thing with girls. Every time you don't try, you miss. You got to try. And they don't have to be perfect. I've had many long-term relationships, and those were great. Now, don't get me wrong, but some of the best relationships I've ever had were not even really relationships. They were going out with girls that I liked, I didn't love, and I don't think they loved me either, but it was a wonderful, wonderful time. All that stress and all that anxiety of jealousy and insecurities kind of goes out the window when you just find somebody to hang out with, like a casual relationship with. That's something that you should really, really take advantage of, because later in life, you're not going to have that opportunity. There's also another frame of mind out there, or another mindset out there that's like, well, I don't want to be with some girl that's a hoe, that's a slut. Man, once you reach 20, 25, most women out there have had boyfriends, and they have, been intimate with them. It doesn't make them a slut, doesn't make them a hoe, doesn't make them any of those things. So if you can kind of fast forward your thinking, 5-10 years, and don't be childish about it, and don't put such an emphasis on what somebody else has done in their past, but more so what they can do with you, or who they are now. Don't live in regret. It's hard to explain exactly what I'm trying to say, but the single serious drama was a relationship guy, and I kind of wish that I wasn't. Kind of wish that I would experience different people, different things, been out with different types of girls, but that's not what I did. I'm married now, and the way I look at it is my wife that I met, 10, 11 years ago, I was going to meet her anyway. Didn't matter what I did in my past. She was ultimately going to be the person I fell in love with and that I married and had a family with. What I did before was to have fun. Have fun. Don't sit around waiting for Mrs. Perfect. Have fun with the people who aren't quite so perfect. This has been Serious Drama. Be kind, be good, be safe. I'm out.
What's up guys, the Hitmarker here, bringing you another quality gameplay in stunning high definition. I want to welcome you to the brand new episode of Man I Love College. Today we're going to be talking about relationships, and I know what you're thinking, this isn't Loveline, why are we talking about relationships? I just want to talk about beer and football. But college is one of those unique experiences to where you can actually find the love of your life, marry somebody that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And you can also have random drunk hookups and, not really commit to anybody. So I thought it would be interesting. I want these episodes to kind of be an unofficial guide through my eyes to some different topics about college that you're not really going to hear about through a campus tour or read anywhere online. So that's what this is going to be. A few pointers about the gameplay. This is free-for-all on grid using the silenced AK-47. And I think I had my tryhard panties on. I'm not really sure. This is an older game, The thing I do remember about this game is I think I got 14 napalm strikes. I'm pretty sure I die within 5 seconds of getting each one, so you'll have that to look forward to. Super Sexy Mode is dedicated to ex-girlfriends. Don't worry, I've changed their names so you can't stalk them on Facebook. And they're not necessarily ex-girlfriends from like a long-term relationship, but ex-girlfriends and one-night stands and hookups and stuff like that. But you'll have that to look forward to as well. The two types of relationships that I want to focus on are probably the two most prevalent that you'll have. First is just the random meaningless hookup, and the second will be the LTR, the long-term relationship. So talking about random hookups, if depending on where you go to school, obviously, I went to a state school. I'm pretty sure that if you went to MIT or Harvard, the campus, the social life might be a little bit different. But going to a state school and being in a fraternity, there were parties literally Wednesday through Saturday of every single week. There were date parties. There were all kinds of parties. And parties mean that there's a lot of people, typically a lot of alcohol, and whatever happens happens. One pro tip, real life pro tip that I think I can give is that if you are going to be one that goes out every weekend and hooks up with a bunch of different people, that you please use protection. It sounds preachy, and in a lot of ways it is preachy, but you want to protect yourself from sexually transmitted diseases, all that stuff. You also want to protect yourself from the unexpected surprise of bringing someone new into the world. I can't imagine a more difficult conversation to have with your parents. You come home for Thanksgiving break, they're talking to you, hey, how's school going? How are your grades? You're like, oh, well, things are going well. I've got an A in chemistry. I've got a B in, my lit class. Oh yeah, by the way, I got a girl pregnant. I literally, I don't know what I would do if that, I can't imagine that conversation. Not only that conversation, but actually having to deal with bringing somebody into the world before you're ready for it. So please use protection. That's real life pro tip number one. Real life pro tip number two. This goes for both guys and girls. It's gonna sound like it's just for girls, but I actually know guys that do this too. Don't be that girl. And what I mean by that, they're guys, you know what I'm talking about. If you're at a party and you see a girl with that title, you know that if you talk to her, that you'll be going home with more than just a good night kiss. So, girls, have fun, but don't put yourself in situations where you get branded, because once you have that title, it really never goes away. Regardless of what you do, you can join a missionary. You'll still be that. You'll still be that girl in college. So. Protect yourself, don't put yourself in dangerous situations. And I think the random hookup really is something that's it's a part of school, it's a part of life, have fun. But also, as you move away from the freshman and sophomore year, kind of make that transition into, becoming a little bit older, being aware of what you like and don't like. I think, college is really where you form your opinions on a lot of things, and they really shape your opinions for the rest of your life. And, moving, real life pro tip number 3, don't get a girlfriend or a boyfriend too early. Don't, especially your freshman year. Everything is so new. You want to experience as much as you possibly can. If you get tied down to someone, and I don't mean that in a negative way, because having a girlfriend or boyfriend is awesome, but you don't want to limit your experiences simply because you want to have a girlfriend or you want to have a boyfriend too early. I know a lot of people. One of my best friends did that. Got a girlfriend his first semester of his freshman year. And unfortunately, a few months before graduation, things didn't work out. And one of the things that he always told me was one of his biggest regrets is getting a girlfriend too early. You don't want to put yourself in a position to where you don't have the experience that you want, or have, any regrets about your college experience. So the one pro tip that I think is most important is don't tie yourself down too early. Experience what you want. Experience as much as you can. Get the most out of your college experience. And a lot of times you can't do that if you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend too early. Now, once you get a little bit older, after your freshman year, your sophomore year, the luster and the allure of, oh my God, I have to go out every single weekend. I get drunk all the time. That'll eventually wear off. You'll want to start doing more things. And that's really where the time that you spent as a freshman and sophomore comes in handy, because you'll have a better idea, a better grasp of what you actually want. As you get closer to graduation, you start thinking more about the future. You start thinking about, what you actually want in a partner, and who you want to share your life with. And that's really where I think the long-term relationship comes in. And it's really easy to, say, well, I don't want to get tied down. I don't really know what I want. But, the longer you go, the more experiences that you have, the closer you'll get to, really pinning down what you want. And real life pro tip number 4, I guess, would be to, once you've set expectations for what you want, don't ever settle. Don't compromise. There's nothing wrong with, finding exactly what you want and having it. And that's really just kind of my opinions and my thoughts on relationships in college. It's an amazing experience. It's a unique experience, but, pay close attention to your likes, your dislikes, and don't ever settle. Don't compromise. There's no reason to be unhappy in life. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll be back with another video soon. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want to say anything or have any thoughts about this subject. And like I said, I'll be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.
What's up, guys? Fuzzy Otterballs here, and I'm coming at you with kind of a different commentary from my usual style. It's actually something that I've been thinking about doing for a while, and people had been asking me to do this sort of thing for quite some time. But it's a story about my romantic history, and if you're not really into stories, just stick around. It's gonna be funny. If you think I'm a bad storyteller, you can go fuck yourself, and just stick around anyway, because I need the YouTube money. And I'm actually going to show a picture at some random point of my high school girlfriend and my college girlfriend French kissing. So there is that. But let's just jump right into it. With my high school girlfriend, her name was Patricia, and we'd actually known each other for many years, but didn't really started getting serious until the 8th grade. Before that, I was actually dating her prettier, but like much dumber cousin, and way more high maintenance cousin, Mackenzie, or I guess it's Mac-Enzie, because they're French, and I don't know, whatever. Monocle, top hat, monocle, camembert, Bordeaux, monocle, garlic eating surrender monkey, monocle. But we were really hot and heavy throughout high school, and I had so many firsts with her. If I was doing I Am the Attack's My First series, pretty much all of them would be with her, except for butt fucking, which is not with her. So actually, yes, it was with her. Never mind. Yeah, they're all with her. But I would come home from school and just want to spend time with her. And if you guys have ever been in that sort of relationship where you can't keep your hands off her, you're basically just touching her all the time when you're not, doing other stuff. So yeah, my parents actually didn't really approve of that sort of thing, so they actually tried to forbid me from seeing her or being with her. But that, when someone does that, especially your parents, and you're a rebellious teenager, it kind of just makes you want it more. So I ended up spending a lot of late nights with her, and it was a really great time. But unfortunately, when I went off to college, I just couldn't maintain it with her. It was just too much effort to stay current, and I was just too busy in like class, and I really liked getting drunk. So when I was with her, I was kind of slow, and I couldn't really perform as well as I could usually. So it was depressing, and it required just too much investment for a poor, busy college student like me. And I pretty much stopped seeing her, and I started going out with a string of girls, just basically rotating them onto my lap one after the other. And what they offered it never really could satisfy me quite like Patricia. And I just kept thinking and like kicking myself and wondering, did I screw this up big time? Did I give up just the greatest thing I had ever had? And I was really just lost for a while, and I wasn't really happy, and I didn't really know what I was supposed to do until I met Consolea. So Consolea
despite being at my school, which was a good school, not as good as Munch Gamer School, according to him, but it's a good school by most standards. But she wasn't really as quick as Patricia. She was actually pretty goddamn slow by comparison. But she was white and she looked good and she was tiny, and all my buddies really liked her, which is a big change from being with Patricia, because Patricia, despite being in her own rights awesome, was kind of scary and intimidating, really, especially to people who just met her, and they didn't really, my buddies didn't really get her. But Consolea was different. She was really easygoing, and everybody got along with her, and she was actually a big hit at parties. I used to just love partying with her. And the only thing is she was passed around in my fraternity, basically. A bunch of us pretty much, I hate to be crass, but we pretty much shared her. She was actually with another friend of mine when I first met her in college. So yeah, there's that. But I was really determined to have her for my own, and I worked hard at it. I saved a bunch of money and stuff, and eventually went out. I told her that I wanted her to be mine. So eventually I got her senior year all to myself, and it was amazing. It was one of the, it happened around my birthday, so it was just amazing. 6 months after my birthday. I was born in January, so those 6 months were amazing, and it was just, being with her was just everything I thought it was going to be. And then we graduated, and we actually moved up to the city together, and we've actually pretty much been exclusive together for the last few years, until recently. And it's actually kind of weird. It's since I've been getting semi big or whatever I am on YouTube, I've sort of been missing somebody like Patricia, because she was really, really quick and just was such a big help, and she would actually know how to do my projects really well, since she was good at that. So actually, eventually, a couple weeks ago, I caved and I looked her up online, and she actually gotten a lot hotter since high school. So we ended up being together again, and I'm kind of ashamed right now. I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know which one I'm going to be with, which is tough. But eventually, I don't think I could leave either one of them. So here I am together with both of them, and yeah, so I'm gonna try to get them actually both together at the same time, and that would be pretty much ideal for me. But yeah, thank you for sticking around this long and just musing with me. So yeah, as promised, here is a picture of the two of them French kissing. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and yeah, thanks guys.
Dinner date between two people can be something special. Romantic atmosphere, sensual lighting, gazing into the universe of each other's eyes. It's complete and utter magic. But the second you touch the food on my plate, you're dead to me. What is up, mortals? I'm the Attack here. Welcome to the My First Series finale. We're fucking done. After this, it's over. Forever. Now, this video is extremely special to me because this is a series that kind of jump-started my road to internet fame. I mean, those first experiences are something special, something you will only experience one time in your entire life, which is ultimately why I decided to relive them by putting them on the internet. Now they're forever, written in YouTube stone, until the computers rise up and take over the world. So today, what I'm going to be talking about is my first girlfriend. How in the tits did I miss this one? I know, right? Now, to clear things up, before you grab that tub of Vaseline and dim the lights, I'm talking about my real, true first girlfriend, which in Lane's dating handbook of awesomeness requires me to be monogamously with said female for a period of longer than 3 months. None of this hold hands at recess, getting fake married with Play-Doh rings bullshit. I'm talking late night awkward phone conversations, learning to play their favorite Jack Johnson songs and serenading them, and changing your Facebook profile pic to a Photoshop picture of you two kissing in black and white with a hot pink border and a minimum of 8 hearts with a caption that reads, "Forever and always. This shit is real. I don't fuck around." So it all started in grade 8, and at this point I felt I was ready to spark up a man-on-woman relationship. I had just sprouted my first pube, and all I wanted was someone to share that special moment with. Preferably a girl. So I've been watching this girl from a distance for a while. I'm just kidding, guys. So I was stalking this girl on Facebook for a while, and we got to like talking and realized that we actually had a lot in common. We liked the same music. That's really all we had, but she was hot, so I decided to make some sacrifices. Anyways, we became friends and flirted for like the longest time before one day I decided to gently remove my tampon and finally ask this girl out. Now, I did one thing on this particular day that makes me look back and think, what in the fuck were you thinking, Lane? I decided that wearing a bright green and yellow John Deere shirt would make me stick out, make her notice me more, and ultimately up my chances of her agreeing to date me. Girls aren't fish, Lane, although to my defense, both respond well to bright and shiny objects. I may just be onto something here. So anyways, I'm looking like I'm ready to hop in my 85 Chev pickup and pop in some Jason Aldean with this stupid shirt on. Despite that, I was finally actually ready to ask this girl out, to make things Facebook relationship status official. The real shit. So I found one of my girlfriends, friend that is a girl. I mean, I'm a boss, but not that boss. God, I can barely handle one girlfriend, let alone multiple. Imagine having to listen to more than one girl bitch about bleeding from her vagina every month. Makes me want to kill myself. So the only plus side is I could probably finish season 2 of 90210 in half the time. Anyways, I found one of my girlfriends and we proceeded to walk around the school in search of my future girlfriend. Now, strange thing, as we were walking around, it almost seemed like we created some sort of magnetic force field, picking up random people along the way. A few chess club members, some faculty, half the janitorial staff, and it was at this moment that all my fears went away. And by the time I found her, bringing a solid 60% of the school with me, asking this girl on a date was the easiest thing in the world. And the fact that she was basically saying no to 400 people if she denied me. Now this story is going to come to an end like any Disney romantic comedy. Mr. Attack got the yes from this girl. Now the only shitty thing is I was sweating like a pregnant lady from being so nervous to go find her. So finally my life was complete. I had the girl of my dreams, the final piece of the puzzle that was my life. Now, once our actual relationship started, it was full of some Ryan and Marissa next level OC drama. I had basically gotten the taste of what it felt like to be in the company of a girl on a daily basis, and at this moment I kind of thought, why stop with one? Not necessarily dating other women as well, but I found myself hanging out with more girls than I ever had before. It's like after you jump off that 40-foot rockside cliff for the first time, you feel so good about yourself for overcoming your fear. You just want to keep doing it until you impale yourself with a sharp rock. And by sharp rock in this case, I mean herpes. Now, we weren't actually having sex at such a young age, but this is one reason why I tried to kind of branch out and hang out with other girls. One girl in particular. Yes, you guys guessed it. The girl that helped me find my current girlfriend. She was into me, and one night she basically told me she wanted my penis in and around her mouth. I'd only ever heard of the maneuver via the internet, and I gotta say, I was extremely excited when she told me this. The hard part was that these two girls were the best of friends, and all three of us were basically hanging out all the time. Until one week my girlfriend had actually came down with a huge flu, and I finally had the chance to become the third guy in my grade to break the sexual wall. I would have been a hero. They would have sung songs about me, built life-size statues. It would have been epic. I would have been a man. Until I pussied out. Something in my mind was holding me back from hooking up with this girl. Most likely, the fact that I was, a decent human being. But as you guys know, the nice guys always finish last. After I had denied this girl the access code to my jeans, she had actually called up my girlfriend and told her everything that had happened. Obviously, making me out to be the bad guy. It's how girls work. So, after all of my hard work, the green shirt, the flash mob to ask this girl out, learning her favorite songs and playing them on her dad's acoustic guitar, it was all over. It was done. was My Chemical Romance and black eyeliner from there on out. Now, the funny thing is, 2 years later, I received a note on my front door from my ex-girlfriend telling me how much she loved me. Now, I'm not talking about sticky post-it note, I love you, 3 words, wham bam, thank you, Lane. I'm talking single-space, double-sided loose leaf, written in handwriting, so it took me 45 minutes to decipher the bullshit letter. And the last sentence I'll remember to this day is, I hope you can take this note, as I am not good with spoken words, much better with written, and see that my love for you is strong. Do what you will with this note. You need not reply if you don't feel the same way, but just know these are my feelings, and I couldn't live without telling you. I think it was the fact that she couldn't come physically talk to me that made me not reply. And honestly, I still have the note to this day, but the thing is, it was written in pencil, so it looks like a big blob of gray lines anyways. It's kind of nice to go back and think about stuff that happened in your life, and I truly believe that my life experiences molded me into the person that I am today, and I couldn't be happier.
Hey guys, it's 8 Thoughts and welcome to the Super Sexual Love Doctor, where I'll be answering all your sexual inquiries, your questions.
That's right, guys. 8 Thoughts, cock of gold. And yeah, this was called the Magic 8 Ball before, but every single fucking question I got. Oh yeah, by the way, 37-2 in this game. Beat the shit out of these guys and take hold of the gold medal championship gaming fucking crown away from White Boy 7th Street. But as I was saying, this was before Magic 8 Ball, but every question I got was about pussy, so I figured, you know what, fuck, let's just not fight a thing it is, and the Hey Look Those Purple Flowers, nice color correction, 8 Thoughts. Let's just go with what it is, let's roll with the punch. Love Doctor for now on, so if you have any questions that you want me answering in the sexual nature, relationship nature, anything to do with love, then fucking hit me up on YouTube. If you can't figure out how to send a message on YouTube, I can't goddamn help you, because then you're an idiot. So, let's get on with the first fucking question, and this one, it comes from a motherfucking named Rapid NZ, and here it is. Hey bro, there's this 4 or 5. Oh yeah, by the way, also, if the advice I give you backfires, you end up catching a disease, AIDS, a pregnancy, you end up getting fucking thrown in jail, or shit just goes sideways, that's not my fault. I'm not a fucking professional. But I am an awesome dude, so asking me questions is probably a really good idea. But if the shit doesn't work out, fuck it. It's not my fault. Here we go. Hey bro, this is 4 or 5. Okay, I hope by 4 or 5 he means out of 10 and not her age, because that'd be fucking strange. That said she wants to fuck me. Okay, I imagine that's the rating of her sexuality, not her age. She's not fat or anything, she's just kind of ugly face. She isn't a virgin, I've made out with girls but done nothing else, and wondering if I should get some experience under my belt. I don't want to fuck her, maybe just a BJ or 2. Yeah, right, well, don't go ahead of the fucking, don't get the horse before the carriage. Get 1 BJ, then work on getting the second one there, buddy. Or should I aim higher, or just do it? P.S. I'm a solid 7 to a 7.5. Thanks for you, sexy cum guzzler 8 Thoughts. Greatest commentator in the fucking whole world, better than everybody else on YouTube. Okay, that last part I added that in, but the question's legit. Here's my point, man. Fuck her. There's your answer, man. Get the goddamn dick wet. Who gives a shit, man? We all bang ugly chicks now and then. And you know what? For your first go around, you know what? Fuck the chick that's not that great looking, because you'll have more confidence and there'll be a better sexual experience. Because you get like a fucking super sexy broad your first time, you'll probably be all super nervous. You know, you may think you're some super big star stud and all that shit, 7, 7.5, you know, big fucking swinging dick. But when it comes down to your first sexual experience, it's going to be fucking probably freaky for you, unless of course you're drunk or stoned. But if that's not an option, hey, look at that Blackbird up. You know what I'm saying, brother? Fuck her. Why not, man? Don't turn down pussy. Get it, brother. Get that pussy. All right, there you go. Next question. Okay, yo, 8. Oh, this comes from Someone Get the Vagisil. Nice name. I love it. Someone Get the Vagisil. Nice. Yo, 8. My girlfriend is very flexible, but she only likes to have sex missionary. How can I convince her to explore her flexibility? And another question. I watch porno. I see you guys with their, I see, not us, but I see guys with their penis skin pulled back, and I tried to pull it back and it hurts. Any tips? Okay, first thing on the penis pull back, I don't fucking know, dude. Don't pull it back if it hurts. Just be who you are. I'm sure you're not circumcised, and that's a little too much information. Thanks for sharing that with me. But your next question. How can I convince her to get more flexible? Get her drunk. Chicks will do anything when they're drunk. And like I said, if this fucking information backfires and you end up getting date rape charge against you, it's not my fucking fault. So that's my fucking answer. Get her drunk, and then once she does some crazy freaky shit, she'll never turn back. It's like opening Pandora's box. Once it's open and she explores the awesomeness of sexuality, regardless if she's been intoxicated or not, she will fucking want your cock in different flexible positions forever and ever and ever. That's my fucking answer. See, I don't fuck around with these long, filled out, bullshit, boring, drawn out question answers. I just get right to the fucking point. Oh, look at that blackbird up. This guy doesn't know what the fuck's going on, so I shoot him in the asshole. Oh, anal sex. Next question. Okay, that was kind of stupid. Okay, thoughts. This is kind of awkward. This comes from Water Sprinkle. Okay, this is kind of awkward. I better get the fucking quick question because this fucking video's almost over. I'm not fucking with you at all, but I'm terrified of having sex and I really ran out of my girlfriend. You're probably thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Oh, so basically, okay, I'm going to paraphrase this. This kid was about to have sex and he freaked the fuck out, got real scared, and literally ran away. Okay, my real quick short answer here is this. You're gay. Yeah, you're homosexual. If you're that scared of the pussy, either one, you have massive anxiety and you should probably be on medication because, you know what, being that scared of the pussy is not normal. Or two, you're really scared of the pussy because you're actually homosexual and you're not actually that turned on or desirable, or rather desiring female vagina. So that's my two options. Or third, because like I said, you have performance anxiety, you're so stressed out. So you know what, next time crack a beer, even if you're underage, just steal that shit from your parents' liquor cabinet and crack a beer, get drunk, and then have sex. But if you still run away in the future, you're probably gay. So this is 8 Thoughts, Cock Gold. This has been the Love Doctor. I hope this information has helped you guys out. It's a black screen, and that doesn't really fucking matter because you don't come here for the gameplay anyways. Send your questions, Love Doctor, YouTube. Peace out, stay black, don't let the white men bring you down.
Mac V Operations sent me a question. War ICP. How do you get the girl to go down? Mac Operations, that's a fantastic question. The way you get the girl to go down is you pay $400 for a small dog that happens to be female. Then you pay like $1.98 for a bottle of Jif. I have no say in this subject, so I'm gonna bring an expert in. I'm gonna bring an actual female into this topic and answer this question for you, Mac Operations. Let me go ahead and get you over to her.
Okay, unlike Wings' suggestion, no, that's not what you should do. That's disgusting and horrifying to any girl, woman, female at all, ever. What you should do is, if you really want that from her, you should express it to her and tell her, and then let her work up to it, because not all women feel comfortable just doing that. Some women, it takes a little bit or a few times to warm up to the idea, and even then, when she thinks she's ready to, you just need to get her really hot and bothered and pay attention to her, because the more attention you pay to her during that time, the more likely she is to do that for you, because she would want to. But the more you force them or just keep nagging them about it, the more likely they're not to. So it takes wooing, loving them, and just being patient to get that done.
Well, that's all good and grand. But let me ask you a question. I'm sure if Mac V Operations was here, he'd want to ask this question too. What about when you pick a bitch up at the strip club and you're just trying to get your dick sucked on and drop her off at her house? How do you manage that in that short time period?
Okay, well, those girls, if you pick them up in a nasty strip club, one, I would not do that. That's disgusting. And if you like diseases, then go for it. But if you don't want diseases, steer clear of the strip club. And two, I'm not saying all women that are in the strip club or go to the strip club are loose, but, the majority of them, 9 out of 10 times are. So obviously that probably wouldn't be a problem, especially if you just, got her liquored up and there you go.
So what I actually took from this conversation is you don't really need to be all sensitive and caring and have the K Jewelers fucking Jared thing going on. All you need to get some fucking bottle of Crown Royal and get her liquored up.
Well, is he talking about his girlfriend?
I don't think he cares about a girlfriend. A guy that asks like that's a player. I guess Mac B Operations is a player. I mean, he just got to get his game right.
Well,
like Pimp My Ride, you got to get your game right. Your car got to get right.
Well,
remember Big Ron? Big Ron got set off when his game got right.
Well, regardless of the...
This right here leads us to the next question, which inquiring minds would like to know. He goes by the alias of Pookie Chris, and he would like to know, what is the best way to make a girl swallow your cum? Surprise her with it. You never heard the song The 3 Biggest Lies in the World? That's what you do. You promise her that you're not going to do it, and then you do it. I mean, even if she a spitter, some of it's going to go down the gullet. But like I said, let's go to the expert on the situation, an actual female, and see what she says.
You can't make a girl do that. They either like it or they don't. You surprise them with it, they'll just spit it out. It doesn't matter. They either like it or they don't. There's no gray area with that one. They're either going to do it or they're not. So,
what if they're on the bridge, but you're right there about to fall over? How do you convince them?
you can't convince someone. If they don't like it, they don't like it. If they like it, they like it. That's all there is to that one. I'm serious.
There's a whole school thing called peer pressure. How do you peer pressure into the swallowing the jack?
You can't. You just can't. You didn't like that answer.
Let me get this mic back on. Friends, it's just like the G-spot. It might be a myth that women that don't actually swallow in this day and age. I'm going to go with the Chris Rock method here. Did they still make you? If you like this video, go ahead and like and favorite. It's been your boy Wings and...
Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this is Wife Wednesday, a weekly series where me and the Dancing Queen...
Oh yes, we dance tonight.
Get together and dual commentate. So, oh, by the way, this is her gameplay.
This is my gameplay, so be very, very impressed.
Oh, she's a beast. Last week we talked about doing it on Lego Star Wars, and this week we went and made it happen.
Yes,
So,
yeah, I did make it happen, and I haven't played Lego Star Wars in a while.
I saw you kicking ass in this game.
It's one of my favorites. And I have, like, my Harry Potter ones are on the
Do you
PlayStation
have
3.
every achievement point ever in the Lego series?
No, I probably don't.
What percentage do you think you have of all the Legos?
I think the Indiana Jones one was the one where I probably got 100% on both of them.
Mm-hmm. Not Star Wars?
Maybe the first one, not the second.
But you're way up there. You get like 90% across all the Star Wars.
Yeah, I think on the Harry Potter one, I might have. For the second one, I think I might have gotten almost 100%.
Now we have a topic for this first Wife Wednesday here.
It's a little sensitive for you.
I know.
And it's Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And Hope got the best Valentine's Day present ever.
Now, I keep hearing that it's the best Valentine's Day present ever, that it was so thoughtful, that it was the super present, etc.
It was. He put a lot of thought and effort into
What did this little jerkwad do?
He gave her a locket, and it's a see-through locket, and inside the locket were all these little charms, and each charm represented something that was important and special to them. One was a guitar, all these little special things about her. And he put a lot of thought and effort into this gift, and he gave her a box of chocolates.
By the way, I'm watching you, like, I don't know, deflect blasters with your lightsaber. You've never been sexier than you are right now.
Thank you. But I was just, he gave her this gift, and I thought, oh my God, I can't remember the last time I've gotten a gift with so much thought involved.
What about the chocolates?
You didn't give me chocolates for Christmas. Or
For Valentine's Day? I always get you chocolates for Valentine's Day.
Yes, and I was thinking that any guy out there who just gave the chocolates and the flower and maybe the random piece of jewelry and putting thought into it really fell short, compared to this kid.
Of the 12-year-old standard.
He's 13.
Oh, what?
Yes, he's 13.
Why is our hussy dating this older man?
By, 6 months?
Uh-huh.
Not even. And now this might be the most thoughtful gift she ever gets in her life.
Yes, he said he ruined her at 12 years old. No, that's not true. At 19, I used to write you poems, and 20 years old and stuff.
Didn't I have to beg you for these poems?
No.
And wasn't I like that, that kid Tony I dated in like 7th grade or 8th grade used to write me poems? I think they're still in the attic.
I wrote you awesome poems. Now I write lyrics for my subscribers.
You do, and he doesn't write me any poems. I get not one song for me. That's all I have to say.
Speaking of songs, are you ready for the new topic? We did the dancing tonight.
I guess I'm ready for the new topic.
Do you
Someone wants
wanna-
to get off the old topic.
No, that topic sucked. No one wants to hear about Valentine's Day anymore. Screw Valentine's Day.
It was a great present. He should get points for that.
But I'm like the daughter's dad.
Well, not points in the I'll leave you alone with my daughter points, but
No.
then he's a sweet kid. He still can't be left alone with her. But
Yeah.
No.
I guess he's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
I just look forward to the day in which she tires of him and dumps him and is single again.
And what, for the rest of her life?
I'm just
Till
kidding.
the next one comes along? You haven't met him yet.
I don't really
He's been
want
here
that.
twice. Colin loves
Both
him.
when I'm gone. Does he?
Yeah.
I like this guy more and more all the time, by the way. He seems like a good guy.
He is a really good guy. Yeah. He likes Lego.
The video game, you mean?
Yes, we're all excited because Lego Batman 2 is coming out in the summer. So
Nice. Oh, I remember we were talking about that. You were like, you were like, oh, it doesn't come out until 2012.
yes. And then I was like, wait a minute, it is 2012.
Yeah.
We have Netflix. And
We don't have TV. Like, we have TVs like the physical units, but we don't have like
cable. So
or,
all
or
our
satellite
shows are like 2010
or 2009.
And I'm like, for some reason my head was stuck in this. Oh no, it's not gonna come out for a while. But wait a minute,
2012 is a long time from
but
now.
we're not on Netflix time. We could actually go out and
Yeah,
buy it.
if you leave the house, it's 2012. By the way, you're still like deflecting blasters and lightsabering people, and God, you're hot.
Thank you. See, sometimes I watch you play, and I think
That's not true.
No.
Well, let's go with it. Let's
Okay,
go with
let's
it. Yeah,
just go. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Woody, the way that you pwn noobs is something else.
that's what I'm thinking every single time. Like knife them. Oh yeah.
Nice, nice. Little stab it in you action.
But no, I was really thinking that I think it's DC Universe
Mhm.
on Lego Batman, and I might be able to be Wonder Woman if they have Wonder Woman.
You.
I might be able to be the Wonder Woman character.
Oh my gosh, I nearly forgot you and the Wonder Woman thing.
Anybody who is my age watched
7,000.
7,000. Yes, anyone who's 7,000 watched Linda Carter as Wonder Woman, and absolutely, has a thing for Wonder Woman. It's just like Princess Leia in the gold bikini.
I was watching her actually talk about the gold bikini on her. I guess her real name is Carrie Fisher, and she had a really good point. She was like, I was hot at a time when a lot of people are hot. I was like 23, 24 years old. I did not realize the day I donned the golden bikini that I was signing a lifetime contract to remain that hot forever. And I felt a little sympathy for her. Like, you know what? Like, cut the woman some slack at this point. What is she, in her 50s now?
I'm not sure, but yeah, she doesn't have to wear the
Something
gold
like
bikini.
that. At some point, you're like, you know what? You did your thing. You were hot. Congratulations.
Yeah,
You took
I
your turn.
don't think I'll be in the gold bikini at 50.
Yeah.
Or next week or anything like that.
You still rock the bikini. You rocked it in the Disney World vacation photos.
But right now we're on like super diet for the Hawaii trip.
We're doing that?
Yes. Don't even give me that look. He's giving me a look like, I don't know if I can do this. He's off to Japan tomorrow, folks. So, I don't know.
Not as you watch this. This isn't. Oh, wait. Maybe this. I don't even know.
No, you're not when you watch this. But
I'm a little
at some
mixed
point,
up.
he will be in Japan,
but the-
and I will be holding down the fort here in the cold, and they'll say rain, and we'll say it's going to be. It's supposed to be 70 on Thursday, actually.
Wait, the cold and rain. The weather's better here than it is in Japan.
Yeah, but I will be holding down the fort here, and you will be off, with Joe Lozon having fun, skipping around Japan.
It's a business
holding
trip.
Hands. Do that. Please do that. Please videotape you and Joe Lozon skipping and holding hands. Or at the end of our video.
We are. All right. Well, we'll get to the dancing thing next Wife Wednesday.
Yes, next week.
All right.
Bye.
You look okay?
Mm-hmm.
I look too fat?
Nope.
Faye, do I look fat?
No, not yet.
You my favorite.
Oh, I am fat. It's all good. Hey, guys. I got a Valentine's Day present, which kind of sucks since I haven't got her anything yet. She brought me a Valentine's Day present last night, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. Tinsel. More tinsel. We'll go and grab the biggest thing in the box first. We have the amazing heart massager. Ooh, what do you think about that, Grandma?
That's nice.
You ever use that on Brooke?
No.
Brooke! Come here. Put this off the side here. You like Grandma to use the amazing heart massager on you? Yeah. Anything that massages me.
What's doing it, honey?
Alright, now we have Vasoplex. For the pleasure of being a woman. Ooh. Place a small amount of Vasoplex on the fingertip applied directly to the clitoral area. You'll notice a pleasure, warm, and tingling sensation due to thermal properties in the formula. I think this right here is like vagina play. Yeah, I think it's masturbatory. See what else we got here. Let's get this other big bottle. Ammunition. This right here is for you, Brooke. Ammunition is an edible, stimulating cream that makes sure he's ready for action. Whether it's to increase sensations during a daily stress relief or to allow you to get things started when you want to blow his mind. You know what that is, Grandma? That's stuff you put on like Brooke's penis.
Oh, Lord.
When you want to suck a while.
Oh, God.
She's got one thing on her mind, so it looks like from now. Oh, she got a week supply.
Oh, no. What is this?
Oh, God. That's for you to lick off her.
No. Brooke, come here.
I see what it is.
Come here, Brooke. Come over here. Tell me what that looks like. It's like an orifice.
Lord.
It's a pocket pussy.
All right.
Wow.
You drive down the road with that.
Drive down the road. We have Happy Ed, which is the same thing. I mean, she got a large supply of this stuff. Oh no! Oh no!
What is that?
You ever use one of these, Faye?
That's a tickler.
No.
You gotta put it at the base of your penis.
This is a cock ring.
Yeah.
Just read the back. Orgasm Super Stud Pleasure Ring is the top dog when it comes to vibrating, stimulating pleasure. It is a super sensuous silicone texture and its 3-speed functionality. Wow.
Oh, that vibrates too.
She got this from Las Vegas.
Huh.
Oh, hell, she got a second one. Yeah, the first one works out.
She must like that thing. Oh, Lordy.
This bottle right here. This is massaging lotion. This right here is more like lotion you put on each other. What was this?
That's what you lick off one another.
These are pleasure wipes.
When you get done, white with them.
I guess it's like little nip that the Zaxby's gives you with their chicken.
Yeah. Oh, but you got to wipe your penis with it in her tootsie.
In case you get butt leakage.
Butt leakage. Oh, this bottle right here looks really cool. You know, sleek.
Yeah, what is that?
It's number 9, 1 fluid ounce.
No, posted over there.
It's anal sex lube.
Oh.
What's that for?
What is that for?
Yeah, what is that for?
Anal.
In case you want to go in the butt.
Oh, Lord.
And that's what the pleasure wipes for.
I guess that's what the pleasure wipes are for. There's a whole bunch of pleasure wipes.
Ah, she's wanting to get it in her butt.
Oh, let's see.
She got this stuff for you?
Yeah, this is my Valentine's Day present. Oh, hell. She got a card, and inside the card there's coupon books.
To go back and get more stuff.
No, this is good for anything I want. This is, we'll do anything you want. This is whatever your heart's desire. This is an I love you massage, your favorite dinner, a foot massage, sleep in, and a neck massage.
She got the sleep in there.
These are like coupons.
Yeah.
Where What if I gave me $1 million in that one?
No. You might get $1 million from Poopsie.
Get the Cherry Nookie Essential Warming Oil. Why does she have all this stuff? She's just freaky.
What's in that bag? Better watch out. I'd be a pussy.
Oh, man. Oh, pins.
Oh, pins. That's right on one another.
I guess. Oh, shit. Something came out.
Ah!
It's great. I guess you write each other with edible stuff.
Yeah. And make it off of her.
Wow.
She won't need to work hard, Jordy.
What'd you get, Brooke?
Nothing yet. Some candy's what I'm gonna get.
Brooke gets candy. I get all this. I feel kind of envious.
That's all?
There's some sensational wipes in there, but that's pretty much it.
Are you
I
done?
wouldn't mind borrowing that pocket pussy, but you can't. That's
You done?
After you use it, that's a one-time use. I mean, that's something you don't borrow.
You don't borrow the pocket pussy, Brooke?
No.
Wow. Why did she give me a pocket pussy?
Thinking of you.
To use when she's gone.
All right, guys. This is my Valentine's Day. What you guys get for Valentine's Day? Let me know in the comment section.
Hello everyone, Darkside Phil here, and with me today is my beautiful girlfriend Leanna, who also is known as Panda Lee on YouTube, and we just wanted to make a quick video. As you know, I've been spending the weekend with her because you know, I was going to be busy on Valentine's Day, so we wanted to make a special video just to say Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there who, you know, gets to spend it with a significant other. If not, play video games, I guess.
Yep.
But, yeah, so if you haven't noticed, well, first of all, a lot of people are asking what she looks like. And she says, I'm not shy, you know, I'd be willing to jump on a video, so that's why one of the reasons we're doing this. But the other reason is there's a playthrough up right now of Ratchet and Clank All for One, which we did a lot of gaming today together.
It's really good.
And, yeah, it's funny, you know, and we're enjoying it. And I want to explain to everyone how it works. Now, Leanna doesn't live in Connecticut, so I only get to see her maybe about once a month. So when we do get a chance to be together, we're going to play through that game as much as we can. I'm not even sure how long that game is, so we may beat it, say, next month when we get to play it, or it might be really long. I don't even know. But, so yeah, the playthrough is what it is right now. That's going to be where it ends for now. But then next month, when we get to spend time together again, that's when it's going to continue. And, I guess that's pretty much it. Right now, there's nothing on your YouTube channel, right?
Nope, nothing.
So eventually, maybe there will be something, and if there is, then we'll obviously tell everyone about it. But right now, there's nothing on it, so there's no reason to go nuts searching for it or whatever. So that's pretty much it. Again, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And anything else you wanted to say before we say goodbye? Hi. All right, so that's it. Thanks a lot. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for new footage, Twisted Metal, and Mass Effect 3 demo, and some other stuff coming out this week, like UFC Undisputed 3, and I also believe Alan Wake is supposed to come out this week, which I didn't even realize. So, alright, so I'll see you guys then. Again, have a safe and happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you for new footage on Tuesday.
Well, hello there, compadres. Your friendly neighborhood Blame Truth here, with my very beautiful mom. How you doing, Mom?
Good, son.
Thanks, dear. I mean, Mom. Just kidding. You're on Punked. This is actually my girlfriend, and she is going to commentate with me on this very short, but very, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for?
Romantic?
No, that's definitely not the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for a word. Destructive. Short and destructive. Much like my ability in bed. And I'm gonna run over here actually. She's not playing. Anyway, you wanna like talk?
Oh, I don't know.
Say something good.
That is a very sexy gun.
I know it is, isn't it? What's it called? I gave you a little lesson on this. What's it called?
I don't remember.
Scar L, remember?
Oh.
And I was gonna give the really cheesy line like, man, I'm really leaving a mark on these guys. You don't remember that?
No.
We just talked about it 5 minutes ago.
I'm just playing.
You make me look stupid.
I know.
Let me get some Sour Patch Kids.
But you're not even talking about the video anymore.
Well, I know that, but see, it's a very self-explanatory video because it's like a 4-minute Moab or something. And I guess I just spoiled
Dropping
it.
Moabs
Yeah,
on these bitches.
something like that.
Mhm.
You know, they got Sour Patch Kids there. But they should make Sour Patch Parents that are like really big. Like the size of like a midget. And it's just one big one, you know?
You're like creeping behind me,
I know. Oh. Is that better?
I guess.
Well, we're kind of on the same chair, so. So do you like, to be honest, do you like when I play Modern Warfare 3?
Yeah.
Do you like watching me play it?
Yeah.
You like seeing me get mad?
Yeah.
I don't really get mad. I just
You
like.
get frustrated.
No, I tactically yell at people.
Frustrated, the same thing.
No, well, I mean, I just don't like when people are playing like dick bags, you know?
Playing through potatoes.
Like, there was this one game I had where everybody was using like shotguns and snipers and stuff, and it was fun, you know? Because those aren't like very common. Well, they're common, but you know, they're not as common as like the ACR. Don't ever use that gun if you play it. That gun's for little fairy boys.
Fairy boys?
And girls with small vaginas. I mean, girls with big vaginas. I survived that C4 blast because I've got balls of steel.
Insert Duke Nukem here.
Balls. And, yeah, and now this is actually clipped. See, this isn't the whole game. I started out using the PP90, but then I was just like, man, you know what? SMGs don't work on this map. You know why? Trivia. Bit of trivia. Why don't SMGs work on this map?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
Well, because they're close range weapons, and this has longer range sight lines. You see all that?
No way.
Yeah, wait.
Mm.
I don't know if this looks really creepy, because this looks like I'm like attached to your back, like I'm a growth or something. It does. Anyway, I'm about to drop it. I come around the corner, spraying like a mofo, and I get the Moab, and I'm really happy, and I'm gonna like knife the air and teabag. See me teabagging? I got that this morning while you were asleep.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, huh? Watch this. Here comes the boom. Shkabam!
There it was.
Yep. Pretty amazing, huh? I'm really happy. See, when I knife, I'm really happy.
I know.
But it could also mean I'm really angry. Sometimes I go and knife the wall.
Whenever you make fun of other people.
Yeah.
Because that's all they know how to do is knife other people.
Yeah. But there's the 32 and 3 Scarl Moab, very quick. And I didn't kill anybody after I got it just because I wanted the final kill. I wanted somebody to just get the tags and then, because I wanted this to show. It's like I just knifed and made an explosion like Chuck Norris. Anyway, that's the video. If you guys liked it, please rate it. Give it a good rating. Equip Good Subscriber Pro. Give the video a thumb up. That would give me a huge boner. And make her do that. And I gotta go, so I'm gonna go. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Goblin, and before I even dive into the topic of this commentary, I just want to say that I'm really tired right now. It's like 9 a.m. and I didn't sleep last night because I got home at like 1, I think, maybe 12 or 1, something like that, and I just said, fuck it, let's go, boys, we staying up. So I just kind of, went with that. I'm really tired, but I felt the need, to just kind of knock out some comms for some future uploads right now. So here I am, sitting here home alone recording commentaries, turn up. So basically today, if you guys couldn't already judge by the title, I'm coming in with a rant about clingy girls. And I don't mean like necessarily clingy girls as in just like, let's say you have like a side hoe and she's really like clingy and you're not feeling the same. I'm talking like when you're dating a girl and she's overly clingy. And, you know, most people are going to kind of assume just by the title of this, like, oh, you know, Goblin's about to go off and shit talk these thotties and like, fuck you, clingy bitch. But no, you know, I'm actually, I'm kind of backing him up in this one because, you know, a lot of guys kind of sit there and they're like, nah, you know, if she clingy, fuck that bitch. You know, like, I'm not, you know, she's so annoying. What the fuck? But, you know, honestly, if you kind of think about it from the viewpoint that I have of it, you know, clingy girls are actually pretty fantastic, honestly. And I have a good reason for that, because think about it this way, right? If you got a girl, all right, let's say you're dating a girl, you could be dating as long as you want, like a year and a half, right? And let's say, you know, maybe you think she's cheating with your best friend Jerome, right? You know, your name's Jamal, your buddy Jerome's probably fucking your bitch and you have no idea, alright? If she's not clingy, you know, naturally, she's probably not gonna, like, text you, like, a ton. So, like, when she goes out for quote-unquote girls' night out, when she's really going over to fucking Jerome, you know, let's say one day you got plans with your boy Jerome, alright? So you know, he completely forgot about these plans. So, you know, he has your bitch over. You come over to Jerome's house, you're like, hey, Jerome, I'm on the porch! And then Jerome's like, oh shit. And then he's like, alright, hold on. And then, you know, he comes and answers the door, and you just kind of look over his shoulder, and your girl's just standing there with the bed sheet wrapped around her, and you're just like, bro, why you gotta fucking do that? Because she wasn't texting you the whole time, but you didn't expect her to, so you didn't fucking know. You had to find out in person that Jerome's fucking your bitch, you know? Whereas if you have a clingy girl, okay, A, they're gonna be hesitant to cheat, because if they're clingy, that means they give a shit, okay? And B, clingy girls, like, at least from what I've seen, they like to talk a lot, so they're gonna text you a lot, they're gonna FaceTime you, they're gonna Skype, whatever it is, and, you know, that's like that verification, like, alright, she's not sucking dick right now. Or if she is like really good at hiding it, because, you know, normally if you're typing with one hand, the other hand on the dick, let's say, you know, like when I'm typing only one-handed when I'm text, I can't type for shit. So if she's pulling that off, that's impressive. That's, you know, you just keep sucking that dick. I don't even care. That's impressive performance right there. Nah, but so, you know, if she's clingy, she's just gonna be kind of like contacting you more, I guess, and that gives you like that reassurance that she's not gonna pull some hoe shit and cheat on you, you know. Whereas if you just have like a regular girl, or not, I don't even call it regular. If you kind of have a girl who's like semi hoe, let's say, or let's just say you have a girl who you like have kind of been fighting with lately and shit, you know, girls who aren't really clingy, you know, naturally they're probably not gonna have as much of like an emotional give a fuckness. I don't really know how else to put it. I can't think of elaborate words this, you know, tired. I'm fucking worn out. But I mean, like, they're not really gonna give a fuck. So, you know, you got a girl who isn't clingy, alright? She's gonna go out there, she'll find a new dude, it doesn't matter. She'll start dating a new dude. She'll start dating a new dude a month before you break up. She'll have two dudes at once, and then she'll dump your ass and be like, yeah, yo, we're done. And then she'll never even tell you about it, you know? That's that, like, non-clingy, don't give a fuck thoughty shit, you know? And I'm not saying that all girls that aren't clingy are thoughts. I'm not saying that at all, you know? It's not the case. But I'm just saying, you know, in some, you know, pretty bad scenarios, that could happen, you know? Meanwhile, clingy girls, like, it's just kind of like that backing you up. Like, she's always gonna be by your side, basically. If you have a clingy girl who actually like gives a shit about you, and I'm not talking clingy as in she's literally like, okay, there's a difference between like clingy and just downright creepy. Like, if she's constantly asking where the fuck you are and like what you're doing, and asking like, alright, take a picture of the doorknob, okay, to prove that you're in your room. Because if you're actually in your bathroom right now, we're fucking done. I'm dumping you right now, and you told me you're in your room and you're really taking a piss. Fuck you, you know? Whereas, you know, there's a difference between that and the kind of clingy where she just wants to talk to you all the time, you know? That's the good kind of clingy I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that crazy bitch kind of clingy, you know? So, I mean, like, she's gonna be your ride or die if she's not the crazy bitch kind of clingy. So let's say you go to jail, you get locked up one day for killing a motherfucker. You can guarantee, like, 10 years later, she's gonna be standing there as you walk out of jail with a cake and, like, you know, surprise you with that shit. You can guarantee she probably hasn't had sex in, like, 10 years, so she's gonna want the dick, because if she's clingy and she's good and she's loyal, then she'll wait 10 years for that dick game, you know? She'll wait 10 years for that dick game. She'll wait 20, 30, 50 whole life. It doesn't fucking matter, you know? And it's just like, I don't know, all I ever hear is dudes like, you know, oh, she's so fucking annoying, bro. She's clingy, bro. It's like, I'm just kind of sitting here like, I'll take her. All right, and pass it over, boys. I'll handle it from here. Because, I mean, that's the shit that, like, you kind of need to be more appreciative of, because, like, yeah, sure, sometimes it may get a little tedious, or it may be like interrupting something that you're doing. Like, for example, if I'm sitting here 720 quick scoping motherfuckers in BO2, and then, you know, I got my girl sitting here texting me, and if I don't respond, you know, fairly quickly, she's gonna be like, hey, you fucking a bitch? And I'll be like, nah. that might interrupt my 720 quick scoping. But besides that, I think it's very good. It's worth it because hey, I'm willing to exchange some 720 quick scope time in exchange for a loyal girl who isn't going to cheat on me. Because that's hard to find nowadays. We got more and more thoughties on the come up. We got girls just fucking. I don't even know anymore. This is like 7th grade girls who are sucking dick now. I don't even know what's happening anymore. This is fucking ridiculous. You give me 20 years. I swear to God, give it 20 years and girls are gonna have like nudes as their yearbook pictures, and that's just kind of what's gonna happen. That's how it's gonna be. So I don't know. I just went completely off track. Honestly, fuck this. It's 9 a.m. I haven't slept in so long, and I don't fucking know. I don't know if I'm going to go to bed. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys once again for 2K. Let's gun for 100 likes on this video. And if you have any thoughts on clingy girls, drop a comment sharing. So I can't fucking look at this. Look, I can't fucking talk. I'm done. I'm so angry right now. I'm going to take this water bottle off my desk and just fucking whip it. Holy shit. Okay, the cap is on. Never mind. I'm fine. All right, I'm sitting back down. Hold on, boys. All right, yeah. So thank you guys so much for 2.2K. I'm almost to 2.3K. I have 2,292 subs right now, I think, as I'm recording this, something around that. So hoping to hit 2.3K today. If not, that's cool too. I guess I'll just try. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Once again, let's go for 100 likes, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
This is Serious Drama, and this is the story of how I met my wife. Yes, Mrs. Drama, Mama Drama, whatever you want to call her. I met her actually at the gym, at a gym called World's Gym in Pasadena, California. Now, it's now called Gold's Gym, I think. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger used to own the franchise and he sold it or something. I'm not sure how that went. But anyway, I met her there. My wife is an absolute positive. She's a knockout. She used to work at the gym, okay? She's an absolute knockout. I mean, if I had to describe how she is and how she was, it's not the type of knockout or good-looking girl that you would see like in a Vogue magazine or something like that, in one of those string beans or anything. She was more like she stepped out of Playboy magazine, okay? That good-looking. I mean, as far as like her genetics and stuff, I mean, she's like a marvel. Just a perfect, everything about her, at least in my eyes and unfortunately many other men's eyes, is flawless, really. I used to try to go, I knew her from the gym, so I would every once in a while go into her office and kind of say hi, and I noticed that she would kind of look down at the ground, like she was not really into me, but the more I would kind of show up and kind of like make small talk with her, I noticed that she would kind of look down on the ground and see she actually seemed kind of shy, right? Shy is a really good thing. She kind of looked nervous and shy, and that is a really good thing if you're a man, unless she's nervous because she thinks you're going to hit her over the head with something, but I don't think that was the case. But I would never dream about asking her out because in my mind at least she was way out of my league. And even that, I really don't want a super hot girlfriend or wife at that time. I've had them in high school and stuff, and it just causes so many problems, so many insecurities, and most of the time as well is the most attractive women are the most insecure women. And I didn't want to deal with all that nonsense, right? So I never would ask her out, but I was really intrigued by her. I mean, she's the type that sometimes I'd be working out, and the gym's noisy, right? We'd be working out, and she would be leaving, and she'd walk through the gym. It would go silent. All the guys in the gym would just turn around and look at her walking out. And we're talking about 100 guys or whatever it was, and I'm thinking, out of all these 100 guys, why should she be interested in me, right? It's just me. I mean, come on. So I worked out with a guy, and super aggressive, obnoxious guy. He's my workout partner. He was a friend, but he was really obnoxious as women. I mean, there was not a woman that worked out in that gym that he didn't hit on. And he's kind of like Mike, the Situation from Jersey Shore, if I had to give his personality. It was a lot like that. Super confident, super outgoing. I mean, he was the first one to offer to spot a girl in the gym. Spot means help them with their weightlifting, kind of like make sure that they doesn't fall on them or whatever. And if they were squatting, he would make sure to go really super close right behind them. And just things that are completely inappropriate. I'm completely not that way. Kind of like, I have no game. Okay, my game, they say you need to spit a good game with women, which is true, but my game was not to have a game, just to be like ultra sincere, and I got pretty lucky that way. It's always worked for me. So anyway, he told me that, dude, I'm going to set you up with her. And I'm all, dude, please don't do that. I have to come to the gym. She's going to shoot me down. It's going to be super uncomfortable. I got to see her all the time. I don't want her to feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to mix. I used to take working out super seriously. So I didn't want to mix the work aspect of working out with pleasure. I didn't want to date anybody at the gym or anything like that. I was super hardcore. He doesn't listen to me. Of course he isn't. More than anything, it was a kind of to be a dick with me, or a jerk with me, I should say. So he was going to ask her out on my behalf, which makes me look like a complete idiot because I was far too old to have somebody else ask a girl out on my behalf, right? He told me, okay, I'm going to go do it. So I left. I literally left the gym, got in my car, and went home. Evidently, now that she tells me kind of what happened, he walked in there all smooth, like, right? Kind of with a smirk on his face, like he's the, top dog, right? So he walks in there, and she got a feeling that, uh-oh, this guy's going to ask me out. I don't know, how am I going to get out of this? So she immediately told my friend, hey, before he even said a word, hey, your friend Randy, he's really cute. Does he have a girlfriend? And then he's like, no, man. So they called me on my cell phone from the office, and she asked me out. She's all like, hey, do you want to get together tonight? And I'm like, well, no, I can't tonight. What about this weekend? So anyway, we got together that weekend, and we've been with each other ever since. So I could remember my friend, this is about a week and a half or so after me and my wife got together. He's like, I can remember almost like it was yesterday. He's a homeboy. It was supposed to be a hit and run, dog. You're going to fall in love with a homegirl. And I remember that's exactly what he said. And later on, after we've been with each other for months, he kind of accepted it and was like, all right, you guys are in love, whatever, good for you. I mean, he was cool about it eventually. But having a hot wife or a hot girlfriend is not all it's cracked up to be. My wife is used to people continuously complimenting her on how she looks, laughing at every joke she says, intently listening to every story she tells, especially men, right? And so it causes me, at least initially, it caused me a lot of stress. Everybody was constantly hitting on her. I remember one kind of weird thing that happened is she actually pulled into our house, parked in front of the house, and some guy parked right behind her, and as she got out of her car, he was just like staring at her, and I'm used to that. She told me about it, but I was really used to that happening. I come to accept it. Hey, I'm lucky she's with me, who cares who looks at her. So she goes to the back and she looks over the gate to see if the car was still there. And she looked over the gate, and the dude was pleasuring himself in the friggin' car. I ran out there. He kind of pulled up his pants. I can kind of tell he was doing something, and drove away. I got his license plate. We called the cops and everything else. But that's how beautiful my wife really is. Not to brag or anything, but I think I did pretty good for myself. Mama drama for the win. This has been Serious Drama. Be kind, be good, be safe.
Oh, man. One of the things I've never really did well with is girls. Not doing like getting them. I can get female attention all the time. I mean, I've never had trouble getting female attention. My problem is keeping a female happy. And I think a lot of guys have the same problem as I do. Why? Because I hear girls talk about it. And even though I'm good at getting a girl, I'm good at getting a girl to be infatuated with me and the whole nine, I'm not good at paying attention to girls. And what does that mean? Well, even before you two, I would basically go out, I'd have a girl get into me, we go out a few times, we see each other and whatnot, but eventually things would take priority over her. What are some of these things that would take priority over her? Well, there's Metroid 23, there's Metroid 2033, there's, Fallout, there's fucking Call of Duty. There's a bunch of games that take precedent over her. Just like the latest girl. I know what she wants. She wants me to basically desire to be with her and see her and things like that, but half the time I can't drag myself to want to, stop working or stop going away to play in fucking ruined out Washington, D.C. I just can't drag myself away from the area. I have kind of a alcohol abuse kind of addict kind of situation. Anything I do in the excess. The word is escaping me what it is. But the same thing as alcoholism. Be it working, be it playing video games, be it, if I find something I enjoy, I do it to the max. And that's one reason why I'm so fat. If I eat a slice of pizza and that pizza's good, I want to eat the rest of the pizza. I do. And then that's something I myself will always just boom. And I find the same thing in my videos. Like if I do a video that does well, I want to make like 15 videos just like it the same day. But if I'm doing videos that go, I have no desire to make videos whatsoever. That's why I always ask for ratings. If you prove that you like a video, I'm down to do them. Like it supercharges me. But that's a whole nother story. Back to girls. But like I know what I need to do to make her happy. I know why she wants to be happy. But something inside of me just can't make myself do what she wants to have done. Like it's almost selfish in a way where I basically know she just wants to feel important, but I don't want to fucking allocate time to make her feel important. And like I know that's a bad way to put it. It doesn't mean that I don't care, and I'm sure a lot of guys are in the same ballpark that you care about them, but at the same time they're not the forefront of your life right now. And like I feel like a lot of guys go through this, and I just want to put it out there. And like, why is that? It's like, why do we allow our lives to become so much more important than other things? I'm not trying to express my heart. Oh God, I can't say the word. Basically, where you stay with a single partner your whole life. I mean, I don't believe that humans are built like that. I don't believe humans are built for like one frame relationships. I don't believe humans are built to be with one person their entire life. And if you think that, you're stupid, because we're animals. How many animals stay with their mate their entire lives? There's very few of them. We do get a tendency to become attached to people, but the same reason why cheating is so prevalent and so many people, and all like stabbing murders are a crime of passion, is because guys like to sow their oats, and that's just a natural animal instinct in us. But we're getting entirely off topic. But how many of you guys go out there and basically know that your girlfriend is being neglected, knows that she wants more of your attention, but decided to play like Fallout anyway? I don't know. That's something I wanted to get off my chest. Haven't really talked to anybody, so I figured I'd burn a gameplay and ask you guys. Nerfed. It's been your boy, Wings of Redemption. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching my video. If you could, please take your time to watch my video in the highest quality possible. I designed these videos for 720p, and hopefully you can watch them in 720p if your computer allows. Peace, people.
When is it okay to hit a woman? And the short answer is it's not. I have this really crazy thing where I just walk away, my pride intact. I don't really care if a girl wants to say some crazy stuff or try to escalate it or poke me to the point where she would possibly ever get hit. I would never let it get to that level. I was raised by my mother and my sister, even though my sister's younger. And I respect women, and I would never hit them. I.e., if you ever put me in a position where she's like asking to get hit, I will leave. I've owned a car since I was 16. I'll get in the car and drive off and let her simmer down. So the short answer, from my personal point of view, is you don't hit women. Sit down. Women are not built the same way as men. There's some big, huge bitches, but I have not come up with a scenario where it's okay to strike a female or use physical violence against them. And, I mean, actually I can't really think of anything, because I'll walk away. Like, she could hit me, and I'll be like, oh, that doesn't hurt because you're a female, and, you know, it might physically hurt for a second, but I'll get over it. I'm not going to ever hit a female. But I have some friends that was nice. I have some friends that have some lesser than positive views of females, and deep down in their heart, they wish they could hit a woman. But they know not to, just because that's just not how you do things. But there is this person, I don't remember their name, but basically what they did is that they were a UFC fighter, or they were like an MMA fighter, or a professional fighting thing where you basically get allowed to go into these, and I may be making a snap judgment. There's definitely training and there's definitely like martial arts and stuff that you insert into it, but basically boxers and people that are in MMA basically want to physically, like, they love the idea about, you know, it's not even about getting paid, it's just being allowed to physically hurt someone, to take out the aggression. And, you know, sometimes you just want to punch a person in their face. It's, you know, I'm the most laid back, docile person ever, but every once in a while it'd be nice just to fucking just strike someone in their grill. This is what this person did. He was a dude and got the little surgery done to make him a she. Okay? And he went into the ring versus females and absolutely fucking destroyed them. Because he's a man. Not saying men are better than women. I'm just saying men are more built for like a fighting type thing. Men are more built for that. Now, I will give you this though. As far as like leg muscles, my sister and I used to play a game when we were little kids where we would basically argue over couch space. And it would always be like I would push her to the edge of the couch so I can get the 2/3 of the couch for me to lounge on. And then she would want to overtake it. So she put me in this position where my feet were on her feet and we would try to push away. And she was stronger in her legs. So, I mean, you got that. But for the most part, you know, the reason why men aren't allowed to hit women is because, but men are allowed to hit men and women are allowed to hit women, but that men hitting women thing, no bueno. The main reason for that is because just physically we're bigger and stronger than women. And women, just to let you know, I know that you women are aware of that fact, but please don't abuse that, because that's really annoying, you know? I don't know. But this UFC fighter dude became a female and went in there and started beating the shit out of women. She technically is a woman at that point, like, you know, scraped the scrotum and, you know, probably got some bitch tits or something. But for the most part, that's a crazy thing. And I think, like, it's not something I would personally ever want to do, but I could see why a dude's like, man, society just says we can't beat women, and for whatever reason, I'm sick and fucked up in the head. I want to be able to knock a bitch out. And that's what this person did. When is it appropriate? What is this? My question to you guys is, what is the scenario, fucking camper? What is the scenario when it's appropriate to strike a woman? If you guys enjoyed the commentary, please rate it 5 stars. If you don't know what that means, that means thumbs up in a cute, fancy way. Only use me blade. Peace! And I smack a bitch. Butt grease. Don't hit women.
Yeah! What's up, son? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, bringing it to you live and correct with the flow. You see, I got my boy Crow, got Zero, and I don't know, Asterisk J Flow. I guess they all kind of rhyme in a way. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Looking like the old tree from Dragon Age. I don't know. I haven't got no more like that. But today, I would like to talk about girls. So let's talk about girls. For me, I've been in probably 5 or 6 relationships in my life. I'm currently 28 years old. And during that period, I've come to recognize that I'm not very good at relationships. And you might say, well, Wings, you're fat, and, you know, it's kind of expected. Well, that's not even the case. It's not even the case at all. Me personality, one thing I struggle with my own personality is dealing with females in general. Like, females generally want a lot of attention. Obviously, that's a given, that they would like a lot of attention. But on the flip side of it, I don't want to give them a lot of attention. And you kind of draw that line between being lonely and making sacrifices. So, alright, you don't want to be lonely. Let's make some sacrifices. How far of sacrifices do you actually give? Let me give the scenario to you. I'm currently talking to this girl, and while I'm talking to her, she wanted me to come over tonight and watch the Braves. Well, she drops this on me around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And by this time, I'm already settled in. I know I got to play some Call of Duty tonight. I know I got to get some gameplay. And I want to get some commentaries up because, one, I really want to get back into the groove of things with you guys. I want to get back to a fun, entertaining level with you guys. And that takes devotion. That takes hard work. That takes dedication. So I go, I can't go it tonight. And this proceeds to be a 5-inning conversation. Because keep in mind, I was watching the Braves. You know, gotta watch the Braves even though they lose. And they put bad pitchers up like Gavin Floyd. And give them nice contracts like, Urban Santana and shit like that. But, whatever. We spend money all the time. We pay $75 million for a guy who jogs to balls and can't hit worth a shit. But that's the Braves for you. That's another story. But she goes through 5 innings of like, if you wanted to be with me, you'd make time for me. What kind of bullshit is this? What is that? If you wanted to be with me, you would make time for me. This is a two-way street. I was sitting there trying to explain this to her for 5 innings, that if you wanted to be with me, you could very easily come over. You're very allowed to come over, but for some reason you want me to go to you. And I understand that you got to make sacrifices. But what point is there? Like, every time I've seen her, other than like one other time, I've had to go to her. Why is that? I understand that she might not like coming to my place because, one, I have my sister and my mother and her boyfriend live here with me, which that's going to change soon. But on the flip side of it, you got her place, which is very small. There's no computer there, and there's no way I could ever do any type of work at her house. Zero. So I needed to be at my house to do some work. I tried to explain this to her, and it came with a, oh, I understand. And they always leave with that bullshit, that I understand bullshit. What do you understand? I don't know. Nothing. Why the fuck did you say you understood? Women are confusing. I understand there's a million people out there that probably understand where I'm coming from. But why do girls always do this? Why do girls ask you what you're doing, and then you go, do you want me to come over? She goes, do you want to? Why can't you just say yes, bitch? Just say yes. That's all you gotta do. You want me to come over? That's me asking if you still want me to come over. Say yes. If you go, would you like to come over? I don't go, do you want me to come over? I automatically assume that you want me to come over. You would not ask. So you know what I do? If I want to come over, I say yes. And like, I can't stand this about things. Like, I read this this thing on the internet. I think it's by Buff or something like that, where it shows like 10 signs that you're in a failing relationship. And like, I'm reading these things and like, damn, every relationship I've ever had's been a failing relationship. I mean, just look at some of the things they actually want you to do in a relationship. Like, the very first one, I kid you not, the very first one was hang on to her every word. What the fuck? Hang on to her every word? Seriously? How many guys out there hang on to their every word? This is some fucking Sex in the City, Hollywood made up bullshit. This has to be. I've seen other people in relationships. I've seen how they play out. They don't hang on to every word. They don't. I've seen married people, and they don't hang on to every word. Matter of fact, I had married people that lived with me for 2 months. They didn't hang on every word that each other was said. Generally, they tried to get away from each other and deal with other people. But let's go ahead and basically, I've got a mind fart right now. Entertain that we're going to hang on to every word. They're not that fucking interesting some of the times. I mean, like, they're people just like you and me. Here's hanging on every word. How about this one? Any of you guys out there in a relationship, you'll know about this conversation. What about the conversation when you have, you have plans, you want to go out and eat, but you don't know where you want to eat at. So what do? You turn to your girl, you go, hey baby, where do you like to eat at tonight? What do they say? What do they say? I know you know. Tell me about it. It's, I don't know. I'm supposed to hang on your every word. And most of the time your word is, I don't know or I don't care. How the fuck am I supposed to hang on to those words? I'd rather hang myself than hang on to those words. It is annoying. I don't know. For real, I don't know. Maybe men's magazines are fucking bullshit. Maybe online men's magazines are fucking bullshit. But it just seems silly how women have this like double talk. And like you see it on Facebook all the time. There's those 5 words that you always dread. Fine, nothing, go ahead. You know, just these womanisms that they have. And all of them have it. And it's ridiculous. And maybe I'm not meant to be in a relationship. I've always thought about that. Maybe I'm just not the kind of person that needs to be in a relationship. But at the same time, you don't want to be lonely. So where's that happy medium? Do you find somebody that's actually into what you're into? Because I've never met a girl that's actually into what I'm into. What am I into? I'm into the Atlanta Braves and video games. Well, I don't think they make too many girls like that. So how many times have you guys ever basically bent over backwards to try to impress a girl? Tell me about it in the comment section below. What's the stupidest thing you've done to try to change your personality to impress a girl, only to realize that it was futile and in the end, neither one of you were happy? I'd really like to know. You guys should let me know the best story wins. But this is a type of gameplay I played right here, and I put on sleight of hand, and when I put on sleight of hand, it made me want to actually push and be a little bit more aggressive. What do you guys think about this gameplay? Let me know in the comment section below, right after you tell me about your love stories, because yeah, I need a good read. Peace, people.
Hey guys, Blame Truth here, and I have my...
Why do you say that?
That's my name.
Why do you say that every time?
Because it's my name.
I've watched your videos, and every single, like, everyone, you're like, hey guys, Blame Truth. You need to, like, be like, hey you guys, yeah, what's going on in his house, that stuff. You need to, like...
I'm white, I can't say his
yeah,
house.
you can. Oh, so, okay. Alright.
Anyway, if you can't tell, I have my wonderful girlfriend here, and she's helping me dual comm this because
Man, that fan is just going. Okay.
the fan in the game, or
No, the fan in the. You don't have a fan on here. You just have the fan in the game. It's just. Oh, that one was not spinning.
that's because it blew up. But yeah, this is a gameplay where I'm using the.
Where that guy dies. Okay.
No. He's getting teabagged. Look. Oh, he got sick. He got revived. It's like zombies. Anyway, this is a gameplay where I go 29-0 with the FAMAS here. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil the score because I'm not gonna talk about the gameplay. Cause you don't play Call of Duty, do you?
No, I don't. I told you I was getting it. That's only because of you.
Okay, well that's cool. Well, you play zombies, but
zombies. Yes,
every
I play
girl
zombies.
plays zombies.
No, every girl does not. Who do you know that sits there and like talks like shit, like relentlessly
Lauren does it.
on Left 4 Dead? I do.
Frank's girlfriend does that.
I talk shit to everybody.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
I mean, they get mad at me too. Like
Who?
you were playing with us last night. You know that one guy. He got mad at me because I was talking shit to him.
Who?
That I forget his gamer tag, but I know his name's Rob.
Does he know you? No.
What? No, he doesn't know me in real life. Like
Oh.
he's one of their friends.
Oh yeah. Don't. Well, you be nicer to random people. You're a little devil.
I'm not that bad. Like, I'm really not. Like, I'm nice. You're trying to make me out to be like
I'm
really
kidding.
mean.
I'm
so
kidding.
nice.
Okay, I know you're nice.
No, see now you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Yes, you are.
I would never tell a lie.
You know that voice is gonna be on here, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's why I did it.
Oh, you're just gonna share your cool voices that I get to hear every day.
I didn't know I had a Simtex there. I could have threw it through the window. That's weird. Anyway, I should probably.
What's that say?
What?
Oh, it says bright light. That's what it says.
No, I threw a flashbang, but it bounced off the bottom stair and hit me in
Awesome.
the face. And I'm gonna go up here and just shoot that guy right in the balls and neuter him.
What's that little blue thing mean?
That's when I pick up. I have this perk on called Scavenger, and it replenishes my ammo and stuff. I pick up a little blue bag after I kill someone. It gives me like more ammo and grenades and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You gotta go revive that person. You're probably gonna just let him die.
I'm
aren't
gonna
you?
let him die. I'm not going out there and.
Am I the only person you ever save in like any game?
I mean, in multiplayer, it's different from zombies. Like when people use that second chance perk, a lot of people don't revive them; they just teabag them because that perk's like really annoying and people don't like it, so they they just teabag people who are in it.
Oh, so I'm not special?
No, I mean in zombies it's different.
So you wouldn't revive me if I was like dying on here?
On here, I would revive you, but that's probably not if I was on a streak, like a kill streak like I am now.
You said
Cause I got a black.
I understand it's your job, and I love you, so I'm gonna be nice.
Okay.
And be like, okay, you're not a douchebag because it's your job.
Honestly.
If it were any other situation,
Honestly though,
no more sandwiches for you.
someone else probably would, because you're a girl and most people on Xbox are.
They don't know I'm a girl though.
I mean, if you say
I
something.
mean, if I have a mic, yeah, they'll know.
Yeah,
but I mean,
most of them are like, most people, I don't know, it seems like they're like all virgins or something, and they've never seen a girl
you're
before.
gonna have to edit that out.
I don't know, I'm not. It's
Oh.
true. You ever seen like a girl on Xbox? People, I mean, you've
Yeah,
done it.
I mean, whenever back in like that was like a year ago though. Like
Yeah.
everyone was freaking out because I was playing Halo.
I know, I told you. They're like,
Me and my cousin were playing, and they were flipping out because me and him were talking. And they were like, they were all trying to talk to me and stuff, and they were like, "You sound like you're 13." And I was like, "No." And this was like probably a year, so I was like 16 at the time.
Yeah.
And they were all like little like 8-year-olds. And they're like, "Oh, you're 13." I was like, "Yeah, I see how your balls haven't dropped. Neither has your voice." I was like, "And I'm 13. Awesome."
nice job. I mean, it's true though. People freak out. I don't see why. Like,
Man, you and your little helicopter.
it was like it's like if I got I fast forwarded it because it's just me shooting red squares, which are people. And yeah.
See, that's mean. That's so mean.
What?
I'm gonna get in this overpowered helicopter. And
Did
shoot
you not
the
see
shit
me?
out of everyone.
I called in like dogs too that go and bite my enemy's crotch off.
Ow,
And it
God.
kills them. Yeah.
So apparently, if you get your crotch bit off, you die. You just die instantly.
Yeah, dogs.
There's
the dogs
no-
have like venom-laced fangs or something, and they jump at you and bite your crotch, and you die.
So to everyone out there that was thinking about getting their crotch bit by a dog, don't do it.
Mm.
Because apparently they have venom fangs.
Well, the dogs in this game do.
They're like dogs / like rattlers.
They're Ice Cube's dogs. I was before this commentary started. I was trying to convince my girlfriend here that that Ice Cube actually did the voice for like the opening announcer dude.
It doesn't
at school.
sound like him.
He's like Team Deathmatch.
It doesn't sound like him.
Mission is a go.
Like, you've seen Are We There Yet? Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Like, I don't. He used to be so gangster, and then he like turned into this.
He's like a family dude now.
I don't understand. Like, he was like, yeah, I'll blow up your house. You mess with me, I'll kill your family. And now he's all like,
Now I'll
now
buy
he's
you a
like-
cake for your family. And
no, he doesn't buy cakes. He drives them 5 bajillion miles, and like,
you want to drive across the country with your family? I'll shoot you with a water gun.
he doesn't shoot him. Have you not seen that movie?
Mm-mm,
Obviously,
no.
I was forced to watch it in like one of my
Okay,
classes.
well, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds like a terrible movie, but commentary is over. See, that didn't take long.
The commentary's over. Why is it still running?
It's because we need to stop talking now.
Woo, we need to stop talking.
Anyway, I hope you
Okay.
guys enjoyed it. Please give it a like rating if you did enjoy it, and leave a comment, and don't be like
There's
weird.
just so many numbers running down here. I'm so ADD. It's like woo.
Okay, well on that
Can't
note,
even tell you.
I'm gonna go give you some pills and medication, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Now you sound like you dope me up. That's not good.
Sunday chill commentary, even though it is probably Monday for you. So I didn't do a Sunday chill commentary this week because I was in this mode where I was like, I got the little Ghost video out, and then I was going to play a little bit of Ghost and go to sleep, and then just get back on that Ghost grind tomorrow and bring you guys Ghost Call of Duty gameplay. And I just wasn't in that chill mode, and I didn't think that pumping out a Sunday Chill commentary would really be fair to you guys. So, like you guys may know, you guys have been subscribed to my channel, Sunday Chill commentary is meant to be chill, meant to not talk about the gameplay. This is old GTA gameplay, and it's a long-winded mission that I did solo by myself, and I find that I'm better solo. And the whole being in love thing, or being infatuated with somebody, or attacking this cold, cruel world with a lady by your side, it can be kind of a crazy thing. And I'm in this mode right now where I've been talking to a girl, and it's getting pretty serious. We actually only talk through eBay messaging. I'm just kidding. I was talking to her, and we were, just saying little corny things that people that are infatuated with each other say to each other, and playing like little songs. I know this sounds super gay or whatever, but playing like little songs back and forth, like sending them like links to different songs on YouTube's, and I came to the realization that breakup songs and songs when you are out of that love phase are fucking way better than songs of when you're in that love phase. Does that make sense? And like, I'll give you a good example. Like, there's this like Minnie Riperton song, "Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. La 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 la." Like that shit, right? That's all fine and dandy, and there's lots of like really good love songs, But like, I was like, you know what? These songs are great and everything, and I think at the time, here's the thing. So love is a drug, okay? Love is definitely a drug. No other thing, okay, like I can equate it to like alcohol or whatever, or anything that gives you a euphoric feeling. Love will make you do things that are stupid, that this isn't what like a normal, well-adjusted, sensible person would do, but you're just like, nope, but I'm in love, so we're just gonna do this. And it's really interesting because there's two types of love. There's loves that you feel for someone, and then there's like a more solid, permanent love that you have for family members and like close friends. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of times people make this mistake of they fall in love with their friends. And that's actually a bad thing, because like one issue with falling in love with somebody is that you're gonna eventually fall out of love with them in like a real world setting. You're eventually gonna fall out of love with them. And I know this sounds weird, but like, I think that there's more feeling, there's more emotion, there's more everything that goes into, and there's more of a self-realization that you go through once you're out of that mode, once you're past the everything feels special about you. I just love how your boobs jiggle when you laugh. like once you get past that part, and then like you're in the thick of it, and then once you're in the thick of it, it is what it is. But then like the breakup part of it makes you feel more than you did when you were in the love part of it. And I think that's why that breakup songs, to me, is way better music than the, oh my God, butterflies, I love you, and all that fucking gay shit, right? So, think about it. Like, love kind of makes you numb, you know what I mean? It kind of makes you kind of feel like, oh, I'm floating, this is so great. But I think like the hangover of it is better. Which is fucked up, because I was talking to this girl that I'm currently in that like lovey-dovey mode with, and I was thinking like, fuck, the breakup's gonna be awesome. And I know that sounds shitty, I know that sounds horrible, and I hope that she does not listen to this, because she's gonna think that I'm like thinking it's gonna be doomed or some shit like that. No, that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. It's that here's the thing. If you've gone through any kind of emotions, right? If you've been in love before, if you've gone through a bad breakup or whatever, you have to just realize that that's life. Like, whatever, just the idea that you went on the ride gives you experience, if that kind of makes sense, okay? And what I mean by that is that I know, like, I'm not stupid, okay? So, like, if I'm starting to really, really like a female or whatever, and then she likes me, and we're going on that voyage, it's pretty much both of us saying, hey, let's be stupid. You want to be stupid together? Let's be really dumb and do something that theoretically shouldn't really make sense. But like, if I don't make sense, you don't make sense together, we can not make sense together, but then we could tell each other that shit makes sense, and then we can live in denial. And then if everything goes really, really well, then the breakup is going to be amazing. Think about it. The breakup. Okay, if you think, okay, to my viewers, okay, think about the person that you've been in love with, right? There's the, it's like a plane, right? It's like there's that initial takeoff sequence, and then there's the whole flying thing, and then there's the descending. But the thing is that when you take a plane ride, once you're done with the plane ride, you're at a different place. Okay? So, like, good example. Let's say I took a plane ride from fucking Seattle to Buffalo, right? There might be that whole thing of, okay, I'm leaving Seattle, and I'm like, I'm about to go to Buffalo. This is amazing. This is a new experience. And then the flying thing is the experience. And then the landing is like, holy shit, I'm in fucking Buffalo. But now I'm in Buffalo. And it's shitty, but I'm in a new place. So really, if you think about it like a relationship, a physical, sexual, emotional, whatever you want to call it, relationship with the opposite sex, or the same sex if you're a fag. I'm sorry, fags, if I offended you. If it gets to that level, by the end of it, you're in a new place. And so even though the plane ride is only 6 hours, that who knows how long you're going to be in that place. So really, if you use that kind of metaphor, a relationship is the googly, stupid shit in the beginning, and then the flight, whatever happens in the flight, what happens in the flight, and then the breakup is the landing, and then now you're in a new place. So in a way, you use that person to go on a further voyage of your life, if that kind of makes sense. And what I mean, what I talked about earlier with breakup songs are way better than the I'm in love with you songs, is because they are, okay? I'll give you a good example. You guys ever seen there's a movie called 500 Days of Summer, right? I love that movie. And during that movie, after he finally gets some ass, he's like fucking just on top of the world. There's just like little montage of him like walking to work, and he's like high-fiving the mailman and shit like that. I'm going to link it to you in the description. Bam, that's going to be the first one. And I understand that. I understand the whole premise of love will make you feel crazy, but it's the same thing of like, okay, if I take a Jaeger bomb, if I smoke a blunt, if I do these drugs, whatever, I'm not really a hardcore drug doer, but if I do these things, that they're going to chemically alter me. And love, or being infatuated, or whatever you want to call it, will make you feel like you're high. And I totally get that. I totally understand the whole love thing. But eventually, that drug wears off. And it just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I've never experienced like, I have experienced true love before. But at the same time, I'm also like a realist and I live in this world. And love isn't forever. And especially if the breakup and the fucking finalization of that person is dead to you lasts way longer than the relationship lasted. Does that make sense? And that's what would suck. Okay, remember I've talked about this before. The things that I fear in this life is death, because I don't know anything about it, and having a child with a woman that I don't love, that I'm not with, that I can't stand. Like, I can't stand her. Because everyone that I've ever like been in like a relationship with, afterwards, we're not really like cool anymore. Like, she's not like a fucking a member of the cast of the people that I call life, and I'm not in her fucking life movie either. And I've never had a relationship end badly, but I'm just saying, like, it's always been like, okay, you go your way, I go my way, keep it civil. You're like, that's it, that's done. But we're not checking up on each other to see how the fuck we're doing. You know what I mean? And so this idea that if I were to somehow have a child, if I were to have my seed be from a mother who I don't want in my life, like, I don't get to make that call, but that's the mother of my kid, fuck that. Fuck that. Because that's the beautiful part about a breakup or an end. Oh, that's the beautiful part about it, man. It's just that it ends. It's done. You know? And the breakup, the feelings, or the segments, or the montages, or whatever you want to call it, of the breakup is I think that you feel way more feelings during that, because it's not only is it sobering feeling instead of like that initial time when it's not. It's more like a giddy, surreal feeling. You know what I mean? And I don't know. And it's fucked up to say, man. It's a fucked up thing to say when you're talking to a female. Like, and I love all the good feelings in the beginning. I love all the good feelings. The wanting to fuck like 5 times a day feeling. The I want to wake up and make sure that she's happy feeling. All that shit. That shit's all good and dandy, okay? But I'm a realist, okay? I'm a realist. I know that fucking unicorns don't fucking walk on by and carry baskets of chocolates to my lover. I know. I'm a realist. I can be romantic as fuck. I know it sounds funny to say being romantic as fuck, and I get that, but I'm also understand that I know that the ending, for me at least, has more profound feelings than the beginning. And also, for some reason, women, this is more to women. Women tend to think that the beginning part is just so magical and that's just how it's gonna be forever and it's great. And it's like I understand that it's gonna be great and I'll enjoy the fucking ride. I will enjoy the fuck out of the ride. I promise you, I will enjoy it. But also at the same time, I realize that the fucking ending, even though a lot of people think it's gonna suck, I know the ending is going to make me a more profound version of myself. Does that make sense? So even though I'm not even at that stage, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to her, and we're shooting back fucking like love fucking music or whatever. And for whatever reason, I thought of Love Don't Live Here Anymore, which is like a great fucking breakup song. Or Angie Stone's I Wish I Didn't Love You Anymore. It's better music. It's better fucking music, you know? And I don't know. Is that bad though? Because it's like I don't want to like act like it's jinxing the relationship, but like I think that most people don't look at relationships like that, which is stupid. Think about that. If you get in a relationship with somebody, you act as if it's fucking forever. You know, like people tend to be like, this is the one, so special as forever, and like maybe it's just me being jaded or whatever, or maybe I just haven't found the right female or whatever. But like, I'm totally cool with the idea of being just head over heels in love with somebody. And then I'm totally cool with absolutely despising her later on and being like, okay, you're kicked out of my movie of life, if that makes sense. Isn't that crazy though? And also think about it though, like why? It's not, a lot of people will take this the wrong way. And also on that whole note, I'm off Twitter for like a week because most of you guys are just chilling, cool, man. But like that 1% of you guys that are fucking stupid, you ruin it for everybody else. And so I'm just off Twitter. So if I don't respond to you on Twitter, that's why. Let's get back into this. If you jump out of a plane and you're in that free fall, you know, that's an amazing feeling. But to think that once you are falling, that feeling is going to be forever. Why would you want to fall forever? Why would you want to be in love forever? You know what I mean? Jim Jeffries, who is a comedian, he talked about that. He's like, that would suck. He's like, heaven would suck because it would be great for the longest, and then you'd get complacent and bored. Okay? Over time, you start to not like people. Over time. And the only real things that allow you to continue that, to continue to like or love that person is if they're related. Or if you've started a relationship because you had a kid. Think about that. Which is crazy, which kind of taps into that one fear that I was talking about having a kid with a bitch. I'm sorry, not a bitch, but having a kid with a woman that I don't love, if that kind of makes sense. But why do we dive into this stuff though? Why, like, and the thing is, a lot of people be like, oh, you don't believe in love, you're not a romantic. No, that's not the case at all. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying I'm a realist. I understand these feelings are fucking amazing, and it's a drug that you can't buy in a store, and I totally get it, okay. But at the same time, I'm also aware of how it pans out. I'm aware of how things work out. And the thing is that it's okay. All stories have been told. And I know everyone hates to hear that. Everyone thinks that their own little snowflake or whatever. But like, all stories have been told before. We may have different characters. We may have different ways we got from point A to point B, but in the end, all stories have been told. So I mix between being the hopeless romantic to say, everything's great, but in the end, it's just we die, and that's it. And it's shitty to come to that conclusion. I think that while you're on that ride, fucking do it up. Because when you're done, you're done. You know what I mean? There's no magical fucking huge F-cup girls pouring Jaeger down your throat and rolling you joints and doing that forever. It's not how it works, man. I'm not saying don't enjoy it, though, while you can. Always Blade, Sunday Show Commentary. Probably on Monday. Peace and butt grease. You'll hear the mouse click.